I'm not watching fights.
3, 2, 1, and there we should be ready to go. If it pops up here on YouTube. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We made it happen. Welcome to the Surrounded by Details podcast with me, Steve-O, your host. And today I will be joined by lovely John and George, aka Romantic George, MMA head coach from Tiger Muay Thai. Guys, are you there?
Yes, we are.
Of course.
Hello.
What's poppin'?
Not much. Well, my first bottle of beer. I hope you guys join me in on that.
Listen.
That's
Did you hear
the
that?
Spirit. That's the spirit.
What a ledge.
But before we start, before we start, guys, before we go into this lunacy of podcasting while we watch Bellator, well, at least me and George hasn't figured out the live stream yet. I would like to thank Sanctuary Kombucha / Sanctuary Natural Farm for actually sponsoring this episode. So without them, this episode wouldn't be possible. So if you're in Thailand and you want to get your kombucha on, make sure to check them out on Facebook, Sanctuary Natural Farm. George, I know you have a few guys down there at Tiger Muay Thai that are enjoying kombucha. Have you ever tried that?
There's a couple guys, that always have it, but no, I don't drink kombucha. I drink beer.
Well,
kombucha. Sanctuary Kombucha need to send George some bottles and shit. Hook it up.
I think so too. It needs to
let him try that shit.
Yeah, but for now, we are sticking with the beer, and we are doing a phone companion for Bellator 180, or Bellator New York, as they call it. I haven't really gotten that down yet, but we decided to just watch the fights and have a couple of beers and just talk shit along the road. So if you want to listen to that, you are more than welcome. If not, then you are more than welcome to not listen to it. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. I take a sip of beer here, and George can maybe give us an update. How is your live stream going?
I'm sorry, say that again. How is what?
How is your live stream going?
It's not going good at all because I'm continuing to click on shit and nothing's happening.
So before we started this...
Now I'm on Bet 365. I have no idea what the hell is going on.
So before we started this podcast, we actually figured out that, George, you're not the most technical guy and you're only 31. How come? Do you spend too much time on the mats, or why are you not that friendly with technology?
I'm just afraid of it. I should know it. Like, I know I should know it, but unfortunately I don't.
Well, we got to give you a workshop once you are in Bangkok. And hashtag no racist. Obviously, John is Korean, so he is familiar with technology. How's your live stream going?
Yeah.
Fully racist.
That's what we
Fully
do.
racist.
He's Korean Asian. You know, the motherfucker got it up, ready to go.
Yeah. I got that North Korean MacBook.
Yeah. By the way, what do you guys think about that whole Brandon Sharp on the commentator section? I'm not a big fan of Brandon Sharp, but I think he could actually be a good ad for that.
Well, Brendan Schaub, man, he's doing big things, man. Like, you can't hate on him. Like he wasn't the greatest fighter, and he took what he had and took his connections and moved up in his, moved up in life and shit. You can't hate on that.
No, that's true, but some of his opinions are really stupid. But on the other side, what I realized, there's a lot of acting going on with podcasting, especially in the States with all the MMA podcasts. And he recently went to Australia and, kind of said that he didn't know that New Zealand and Australia were two different countries. So he was quite surprised when he couldn't pay with Australian money in New Zealand. And ever since,
What a fucking retard.
I know.
No, that's just an American, bro.
Man, fuck that. I grew up in America. You learned that geography shit, man, in school. He's fucking retarded or something.
Well, maybe he got the geography part punched out of his brain.
That's possible.
That could be possible because his face is swollen, like perma swollen and shit. If you look at him sometimes.
But have you guys ever? I've been talking about this a lot lately on the podcast. But have you guys? I can hear George. Have you guys ever seen Lethway fighters or witnessed a Lethway fight? That's when we talk.
What do you mean?
Faces.
Dave LeDuc, son. Dave LeDuc.
Who's that?
Yeah, he's the king, right?
Yeah, from Tiger Muay Thai.
Well, he fights in Japan. Let's set that straight. He fights in Japan, and
he fights in Japan and he fights in Myanmar.
Well, has he fought in WLC? No.
And where?
In WLC. It's a new promotion, and they signed the top lightweight fighters from Myanmar.
Yeah, it's owned by the ONE FC, isn't it?
No, that's not correct. It's its own promotion.
They tried to sign him. Oh, I'm going to call Dave LeDuc right now, and he's not going to be happy.
I actually tried to get him on the podcast, and I didn't hear an answer from him. I was very disappointed.
Probably because you're lobbying for this new promotion.
What do you say?
I said probably because you're lobbying for this new Lithuania promotion.
I'm not lobbying for this new Lithuania promotion. I just take photos for them.
Oh, okay.
No, but I've been following his past. And yeah, I'm just wondering why he fights in Japan, because I don't really know anything about the Japan promotion, to be honest.
Well, that's, yeah, he's like paving the way for Lithuania. The person who is like one of the most influential people in Lithuania and owns part of the newspaper, who is Burmese, by the way.
Okay.
Paid for his goddamn wedding. That's how much pull he has in Burma. They paid for the wedding in Burma.
That's crazy. As I said, man, I just take photos. That's the beauty of this podcast. I'm a photographer. I'm not a fighter or promotion guy.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, that's how much pull he has.
But I've seen the video that he did on Fight Nation, by the way. So I would like to see him fighting live in action, but unfortunately, it hasn't come to down.
Yeah, he'll go in August. He'll be fighting back in Burma in August.
In August, which
yeah,
you know where he's gonna fight?
No idea, but I plan on going.
Yeah, man. If you go, I will definitely join in, because the next event for me in Yangon is in September.
Yeah, you should go for sure.
Yeah, so
I'll be there. I'm making my left way debut. So, on the undercard. I've been out there. That's why I was at Tiger, because I was training with Dave LeDuc.
Okay.
So watch out for that shit.
So you get the headbutts down and everything?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's my main technique. Headbutts.
Ah, sweet, man. That's awesome.
So watch out for my shit. That's my nickname.
There's actually loads of technique behind headbutts, man. A lot of foreigners actually underestimate that.
Yes.
I just got asked.
Go ahead.
I just got asked on the live stream if we're actually showing the fights. I'm gonna send them the link, because we're actually doing a podcast and not showing the fights. But
yeah, being nice for Paco.
Yeah, I want to be friendly to my audience, So I'm a guy. I reply and I send the link, and I hope the people can find the link. And talking about links, George, I hear you clicking. And how's it going? Are you gotten any further?
It's not. No, it's not good at all.
Well, we're gonna entertain you in the meantime. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Well, it hasn't started yet, so it's all good. You have time. Hey, but anyways, I want to talk about the undercard, dude, because there was two fights on the undercard. Because this card, I've been watching it a few fights ago.
Must be nice.
And there was this girl, Heather Hardy. She's a pro boxer that made her debut.
Dude, she looked so
and
sexy.
she won, dude, with 13 seconds left in the third round. She fucking knocked out this other girl who has 10 fights, MMA pro fights.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, and they were banging too. And then she got cut on her right eye.
By a headbutt.
A big cut on her right eye. Yeah, from a headbutt. And then the doctors came in and they said, all right, it's all good. Right after that, the other girl, Jaeger, she came across the cage and started throwing bolos, right? And then the pro boxer chick, Hardy, she came back and hit her with a hard-ass shot right on her ass. And then she just stood there. She didn't even jump in and attack her. She just stood there and let her stand up. And then they just fucking went at it. And she
boxing mentality.
TKO'd her fucking on the feet. It was pretty legit, man. It was a pretty good fight. Those chicks, man, they fucking bang, dude.
Yeah, man. And I have to say it again. She looked fucking sexy on the weigh-ins.
Yeah, with the black piece on.
In case anybody cares.
Yeah, she looked like a slutty librarian and shit with the glasses and everything.
But if we look on the main card, what fight are you guys looking forward to the most? Because Sonnen versus Wanderlei Silva, as I understand, as a newbie, it's kind of a grudge match. It's just for spectators to entertain. There's no really athletic purpose behind the match. So how do you guys enjoy such a card? Are you looking forward to it, or are you just a little bit annoyed that there's no title fight as a main event?
I think that it's a fucking sick ass card because you got everything from MMA in that card. You got fucking legends, you got fucking, you know, mid-tier guys, you got fucking title fights, you got newcomers like Aaron Pico, and he's fucking jumping into deep waters against a dude that already has 10 fights and is, if you've seen him at the weigh-ins, way bigger than Aaron Pico, and they're fighting at 155. So that dude is, somebody online was telling me, like, you better fucking, you know, you better check yourself because Freeman's pretty good. And I was like, man, I don't know. He might be good, but Aaron Pico is supposed to be this phenom and shit. He's a huge-ass prospect.
Yeah.
But the best fight is the fight that's coming right now. It's starting right now. This is the best fight.
You gotta give us
the first fight.
You gotta give us like 10 seconds because I'm 10 seconds behind of what you are talking about.
Yeah, they got that South Korean shit going on.
Well, George, you shouldn't be complaining because you're way further behind. You don't even watch the live stream.
I don't have anything going on other than trying to get something.
Oh shit, I forgot, dude.
What?
Fuck. You know, on the app that we're using, we only could be on a meeting for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
What?
So I forgot about that. It's just fucked up.
God damn it, the boys from Kumite Radio.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we fucked up.
By the way,
so you gotta do the Skype. I think you gotta do the Skype.
Well, Skype doesn't work because Romantic George couldn't figure out how to get the Skype working.
Then what about WhatsApp?
WhatsApp you can't do.
We gotta find out.
You can't do group calls.
I got line.
Oh, for real? I got line too.
Yeah, I got line too.
But line doesn't. They don't do like online stuff, does it?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, man. You can. Wait a second. I said something without knowing it, to be exact. I just know it's a phone app, so I was just assuming it runs over the internet. But it should, shouldn't it?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Sounds like we need to get our shit
together. Yeah, we didn't get our shit together. Hey, you don't have a Skype ID, or it just doesn't work, George?
It doesn't work, bro.
So what doesn't?
Oh, it doesn't even on your.
Listen, I've tried to work it. I had it my old credit card set up to it. I can't change it to my new one.
Why do you need a credit card?
You don't need a credit card.
Well, last time I was on Skype, it said I had all the free minutes passed, and I needed to get a credit card.
For real?
I said it before, man. George seems to be one of those people. You can sell literally everything on the internet to George. So if you want to get rid of some furniture at home, just put it on George's screen and he will buy it. Brother, I will walk you through it. Just open your Safari and open your Skype. And then just give me your Skype name.
Hick1.
Okay, can you send that to me on Facebook real quick?
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. Hold on.
This is literally.
Yeah, it should be pretty. It should be pretty easy once you send him the thing and you open the Skype. He'll just call you and then it's just be on.
Exactly.
For free.
So after 40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, in case we will lose John and George, we will just have a short break and switch to Skype. The guys from Kumite Radio. What entertaining people you guys are. How's your podcast going for you?
Apologies to SBD and the fans of SBD.
No
apologies.
Worries. Millions of fans are right now furious.
Yeah. The millions of people watching on YouTube are gonna fucking throw their computers across the screen or across the room. But it's all good.
Yeah, I can hear my neighbors just crashing everything. But guys, once we speak about Kumite Radio, you are 17 episodes in right now. How has it been going for you, and how do you guys enjoy podcasting so far?
Great.
The only problem is like matching up the time, with people, and I guess the schedules, my schedule, and of course George's schedule and other fighters' schedules. Matching that up and doing it. I think that's the only problem, because I like the other stuff I could do by myself, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's tricky, man, because you will have more than than one guest to organize. You have George as well, and then yourself, so that makes it a little bit more complicated. But hey, it's going forward and consistency, and you learn along the way. And as more you do it, as more you grow, people will also pay more attention to your dates, to your times. You know what I mean?
Scharfe Scheiße.
Scharfe Scheiße, which means spicy shit.
So are we gonna go to the Skype?
We just talk here on Zoom as long as we go, and then once.
Yeah, it's about to cut off soon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Maybe we should just go to Skype right now.
Okay.
My Skype is on.
All right, I will switch, turn off Zoom in a second once George hit me with his Skype ID, and then we can go over. George, how's it going for you?
Not fucking good.
Did you turn on your Skype?
Hold on. I'm got inner security codes. I got all kinds of shit going on right now.
God.
Oh, really? Even on your phone?
On my Skype, yes. If fghickman@gmail.com matches the email address on your account, we'll send you the code. Well, haven't sent me the code yet.
All right, George, you stay tuned on Facebook. We will write with you there, and then hopefully get your ass on Skype. And I will meet with John on Skype here, so we can cut off Zoom and talk until we die.
Okay.
All right. See you all in a second, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, for sure.
John.
What's up?
Wow, George, the most untechnical guy in technical technology history. I will just jump over to Skype real quick here and open it up with John over there. My apologies for that. And where do we have John? And there we go.
What up, what up, what up?
And we got John back on the line. Welcome back.
Oh, of course. Oh, shit. The fight's about to start. This is the best fight on the card right here.
And George is missing out.
Yes, George is doing securities and...
I don't really get what's so hard. We're just closing everything down, and then you take it step by step. You just open up your Skype, just sit there and wait, give us your idea, and everything basically will happen for you. You don't really need to do anything. There we go.
I think he forgot his password and stuff like that. So.
Are you in touch with him on Facebook?
Huh?
Wait a second, I just need to open Facebook in case Romantic George has any questions. I'm gonna make that nickname popular, by the way.
Romantic George?
Romantic George, yes. For the people who are wondering why I call him Romantic George, if you have watched Kumite Radio, George has a fascinating light setting, which is kind of romantic. So that's where we got the nickname from, Romantic George. I'm gonna make it popular. Spread it, hashtag it, do whatever you want with it, and yeah, maybe I can talk to a few people. We make some fighter shorts for him, Romantic George, and get this whole thing on the road. I mean, if that's not a nickname that sells, then I don't know.
Exactly, and it's not like he's trying to do it. It's just like naturally happened for him. So.
But that's what he is. He's a natural.
Yeah, just naturally. So it's the best way to do anything is just be organic with it.
Be organic. There we go. Fight is on. Are you watching on TV or on the live stream right now?
Shout out to. I'm watching on both.
Now that's what I call an addict.
I think I might turn off the TV because of since you guys are 10 seconds behind and the TV's 10 seconds ahead and the live stream is like connected to what you guys are watching. So I think
can you tell
live stream.
Can you tell a photographer why this fight is the most exciting one for you on the card?
All right, because number one, Douglas Lima, he has knockout power, both hands. So it looks like he's always gonna lose on the feet, but then all of a sudden it's just like boom, he shuts the lights off. Yeah. He's knocked out so many dudes, and he's 10-2 in Bellator. So he's faced almost all the top guys
Okay.
And he's a black belt on the ground.
Mm.
His jiu-jitsu legit, so, and he's the champ. Larkin, he's coming in with more of a dynamic, diverse stand-up game, and he's, he was top 10 in the UFC welterweight division. The ground, he's more of like a guy that once it gets to the ground, he's just trying to get back up. He's not going to really try to go for submissions or anything like that unless it's really there for him. So Doug Lima definitely has the advantage on the ground. Larkin, he is more diverse, so he has more, like, he'll probably break him down with more volume and more kick and stuff like that. But my prediction is Larkin, they're going to keep it on the feet, and if they stay on the feet, the longer they stay on the feet, the more advantageous it is for Larkin to hit him with combinations and then finish him. I think Larkin will win this fight.
All right.
And he's good at staying away from power. So, but who knows? Lima has lots of power.
I said it many times before on the podcast. That is the beauty with MMA. You never know. Can be lucky punch, can be whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are wondering where Romantic George is, we are still trying to get him going on his Skype. Let me type him a message, see how it is going.
Exactly.
How's it going?
This fight it's like a chess match right now. These guys are they're standing and no takedowns. Lima's more going for one big shot at a time. And Larkin is more of combinations, but I don't know. It's hard to say who's winning this fight right now because you can't really tell. It's first round. 4 minutes has passed. But
yeah, it's always tricky when you're not really into MMA. It took me a while to actually appreciate exactly what you just said, that kind of chess match, when you kind of try to find your reach, you try to find your distance. You don't really appreciate that when you're new into MMA, but as more I watch it, as more I shoot for clients, that doing events like this, you start to appreciate actually, okay, this is what's happening. Even on the ground game, like jiu-jitsu, even if I find it interesting, it's one of the most boring parts to take photos of for me as a photographer. I start to appreciate these things a little bit more. And that's when you actually can see how good two fighters are if that keeps on going. It doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want to fight or that they are bad. It just means that there's mutual respect for each other going on.
Yeah. And if you start training some of these like aspects of MMA, you start to realize like how fucking hard it is to do what they do. Like, on the ground, standing up. Like, have you trained Muay Thai?
No, I did jiu-jitsu when I was a small little cunt, but that was many, many years ago.
Okay, so with like, even like, to me, the ground game, like especially with the gi on, it's better to learn as like someone that is not a fighter because it's slow. You can slow down and you kind of take your time and stuff like that. Even though if you go against somebody that's really good, they'll still fuck you up. But in the striking thing, it's so much harder because there's so many different aspects of it, like foot positioning, like distance and like going back and forth and like the angles of punches. To me, striking is so hard to learn. Like I've tried boxing, I've tried Muay Thai. And even those are two different sports, but man, it's so hard. It's so hard to learn. Like, if you're really into it and you go in there and you think like, oh man, I got into some street fights. I've fucking hit some people with my fist. And you go in there and spar somebody that's been training for like 6 months, you get fucked.
Yeah, no way. I can totally imagine. I mean, I've been doing enough making ofs and stuff like this, back again to photography, seeing all these people sparring, working out. It's just such a huge difference to actually just be able to throw a proper punch. You think you can just hit somebody in the face, but no, you can. There's so much more technique behind it, and most of the people have no idea. So even if you just watch it loads of times and are really into it and understand it a little bit, already that makes a difference from somebody who has no idea at all. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you're a fighter just by watching it. I'm just saying you understand more about throwing a punch. Yeah. I
remember when I first started Muay Thai, and And then I was at the gym, and they're like, "Oh, it's Friday, so we're gonna spar." So I was like, "All right, let's get the headgear on, you know, and get this, you know, go against this guy, he was much smaller than I was." And then I went in there. I didn't wear a mouthpiece, and that dude, and we were going like 50%, and that dude hit me in the jaw, and I felt my jaw like when I got hit, I felt like there was like liquid draining down my jaw, right, like inside my jaw. And I was like, I've never felt that feeling in my life before, getting hit before, because I've been hit in the head, in the side of the head, you know, in like street fights and stuff like that. But I've never been hit clean in the side of the jaw. And I was like, it kind of shocked me because I thought I was bleeding. It had internal bleeding and shit in my jaw.
I'm dying.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I'd rather get hit at the side of the head than on the side of the jaw, you know. So, yeah, like when people feel that like type of shock when they get punched or something, man, it shows, like, once you feel those things and you see these guys get rocked and hit and survive that shit, shows you how fucking tough these dudes are and how much fucking determination they have.
And that brings me straight to Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, because if you look at somebody like Mayweather, who's literally not closing his eyes while he gets punched so he can actually counter punch, you know what I mean? That it takes so much exercise, so much Oh
shit,
god damn it.
You got fucking, see that power right there, man. It's fucking,
that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that fucking power, dude. That was a fucking hard shot right there. What the fuck? Dang, he survived though.
That is crazy.
He survived.
That is
I don't think I've ever seen Larkin hit like that before.
He
got power.
Yeah, he just dropped to the ground. Oh. Damn.
I think he's gonna survive. That was fucking hard. That was a fucking hard shot.
Yeah, I thought that's gonna be over, actually. It's quite surprised that it's still going on.
But Big John, the ref, you know, Big John McCarthy, man, he knows what he's doing. 'Cause I think a lot of other dudes maybe would have stopped that fight, but you gotta also look at it as a title fight. So you gotta let these guys try to.
Yeah, you need to realize that, these situations in fighting appear, you know, and often there is enough examples out there that fighters can come back from a punch like that, for sure. But dude, he is still there, but he doesn't look good, that's for sure.
You got to get away from that cage.
Yeah. He's very stiff too.
Get away from that cage. Oh, Lima needs to press him.
He's taking his time though. That's smart.
Well, the longer it goes, I think it's better for Larkin. Even though he's been fucked up, even though he's been rocked.
Yeah. You think that can trigger something within a fighter, that some people just need to get hit once, like properly, and it triggers something in their head where they just go, now it's fucking on?
Yeah, I think that there's certain guys out there, it's in their DNA. Like, I think it's been passed down from like generation to generation, where their like ancestors were warriors or some shit like that. And
you're going deep.
Yeah, once they fucking, it's like their warrior spirit is in their DNA, and once they get hit or once they get fucking injured or something, they like, some triggers in their mind or in their brain, some fucking chemicals that make them much stronger and, you know, makes them become somebody better than, you know, than they would ever thought they would become. So yeah, there is something about certain people.
Yeah, you see, that's why I would like to have
George.
Shit isn't working. George Hickman just write me. Just open Skype. Just open it, my friend. Because that would be interesting to actually talk to George. Because for the people who don't know, George Hickman, aka Romantic George, hashtag Romantic George, is the head coach of MMA at Tiger Muay Thai here in Thailand, down south in Phuket. How was your Phuket trip, by the way, John?
It was all right, you know, like, what was surprising is because I didn't really ask much questions. I just thought, like, you know, it's Phuket. I've never been there. I've been to, you know, like Pattaya and Bangkok, and, you know, those places a few times. But Phuket was my first trip. But I never expected that it would be such a rural area, like where Tiger Muay Thai is located. In the same street, there's Phuket Top Team, and, you know, a bunch of like CrossFit gyms and stuff like that. But it is so rural. Like, you know, there's no buses, there's no fucking anything. It's just the countryside, right? So I was shocked by that. I was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
You know, like I thought there would be like more of a city area, you know, but then you have to go like 30 minutes, you know, outside of where Tiger Muay Thai is.
Yeah, the whole road, the whole road is not longer than maybe a kilometer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have loads of gyms around, boxing gyms, Muay Thai gyms, MMA gyms. You have restaurants. You have the Indigo Float Center. Shout out to Indigo Float. John and Steven doing a great job down there. Sutisa Hot Yoga, by the way. Shout out to Sutisa. And yeah, loads of interesting places, and everything is very compact down there. So if you want to do just Muay Thai, and after that you want to go float, and after that you want to do yoga, and after that you want to get a protein shake or whatever, you can literally find everything within 100 meters. There's so many of them around there, and specifically in that area. I wonder why that is, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then people just, there's a lot of people walking up and down those streets, you know.
And they have tourist buses passing by.
Yeah, they're all Chinese people for some reason.
Maybe also some Korean, though.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see any Koreans, because usually if Koreans see Koreans, they'll be like, hey, 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 you know, they'll be like calling you over, and they don't know who you are, but they'll, for some reason, it's just like bees on honey or something. They're just attracted to it.
So did you get any training in the Tiger Muay Thai, or what did you do?
Yeah, I did some Muay Thai. I did some like Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, mostly just Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and then I watched a lot of the pros practice, and you know, watched like how, you know, George does his practices, and like, you know, watched his brother. You know, shout out to Hickman Brothers Wrestling. His brother Frank, you know, he just got there. He's doing his thing over there with the wrestling, and I watched them help out Safadine before his fight.
Yeah, he fought UFC Singapore. You guys had him on the podcast as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. He's such a nice guy. Like, I've met him a few times over there, and he's just such a nice guy. Just like very polite and very mild mannered, and you know, you would never expect that he would be a fighter. You would think that he would be like if he put on a suit, he'd be like some guy working on the stock market or something like that. It's very unique, you know, unique character.
But I think you have that with a lot of fighters. I mean, also times change, of course. But if you look back in the days where you have a Chuck Liddell, who's at AKA Thailand in Phuket at the moment, by the way, you kind of
is he?
Yeah, you kind of saw those people who were fighters. But nowadays, man, you can't really separate them anymore because they're undercover.
Yeah, it's a great time for MMA, you know, all over the world. So. And there's so many different types of fighters, so
yeah,
it's a cool thing to meet. And also, like, there was like a few other UFC guys that were there. I think Marcin Held was there. He fights in the UFC. Yeah, I think he was just there for a visit.
Yeah,
and you know, of course, the other Tiger guys, you know, all very cool people.
Well,
nice.
Fighters in general are cool people. Of course, there's a few dicks in between, but most people that I've met, they're all really, really friendly.
Yeah, I think it's because they know that they could fuck you up.
Yeah, but in my case, it also makes you very, very humble. Okay, wait a second. George is typing me here. G-Hick. Kaboom. Are you on your PC?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop.
Okay, can I send you his nickname? Because I have my Skype open on the phone. So you can just add him. There's his nickname.
Can I add him from my phone? Oh yeah, I can. Huh?
Yeah.
G-Hick1?
Yeah, you get Skype. Well, let me ask first if you get Skype open. I don't know what's so complicated about this. It's incredible. But you can't really say, hey, George, you're stupid, you can't open Skype, because then I get punched in the face, you know? You have to be careful here.
Exactly.
I get so many messages on Facebook and on YouTube and on Instagram, people asking me where they can watch the live stream. And of course, for the people who are watching our live stream on YouTube, you can just have a look at the chat section and you will see that I posted the link for the live streams there. But since I'm a friendly guy, Hick1. Now everybody on the stream can add Romantic George on the Skype. Oh, okay. Wait.
Is it Hick1?
Can you just... He can't log in. Why?
Oh, he said he can't?
Yeah, why not?
Damn, Lima's fucking his ass up right now, man. It's just, he's winning this fight. Especially with that knockdown that he got, that fucking big ass fucking... Yeah, he's been dominating this fight, and the stand-up is pretty amazing. Damn, he's just throwing bombs, too. Fuck, he got him against the cage. Oh, round's over.
Kaboom.
Third round. How do you add? You just push add, right? On the dial thing, right?
You have to add him as a contact first. Wait a second, he's sending me a screenshot here. For the people who just tuned into our live stream here on YouTube, we are trying to get George Hickman back on the stream into the conversation because he's not the most technical guy. Just a second. He sends me a screenshot in the worst resolution. I can't see what he is typing anyway. Just create a new fucking profile. Real quick. Create it. You know, oh no, you can't open two Skypes at the same time, correct?
I don't think so.
Create a new account.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, how complicated can it be?
I don't know. I think that I'm fucking up too, because I try to add him, but Hick1 is not even coming up.
I just told him to get a new account done. I tell you, man, it's gonna be just like we said in the beginning. We're gonna come to the main event. The main event is gonna come to an end, and then I don't know. The last 5 seconds of the fight, George Hickman actually made it to join back on this live stream. But we're not gonna give up. That is what podcasting and fighting is all about: consistency. What round are we going? We are going into the fourth
championship rounds.
Kaboom.
Championship rounds. I think he's probably won almost all 3 rounds. So now it's Lorenz Larkin's got to finish this fight in the last 2 rounds or something.
Yeah, he has to.
Maybe he eked out the first round, maybe. But
that's a big maybe.
I don't know. I think it is a big maybe. And Lima's doing a great job. Lima's doing a great job. That's George's boy right there. You know what I mean? Like he trained with them a lot back in the States. They were part of they're on the same team. So
yeah,
so he knows them very well.
That's why it's so important to get Mr. George Hickman, aka Romantic George, back on the podcast. Maybe I have to give him a workshop next week when he is in Bangkok. Are you going to be in Bangkok next week or anywhere around here in Myanmar or Bangkok? Because there is loads of stuff going on. We have the One Championship going on, which we, by the way, have to talk about a little bit because I heard your last podcast and we just have to talk about that. But I want George back in the mix for that. And then we have Full Metal Dojo on 1st of July.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had Javier and Paul Windsor.
Yeah.
Javier Trio, everybody probably remembers him from the last Full Metal Dojo. And Paul Windsor, they were just recently on the podcast, the last one, talking about Thailand and the next Full Metal Dojo. So,
George is struggling. He's sending me screenshot. I can't see what they are saying. I can't read your screenshots.
Where is he sending him to?
Facebook on a separate chat here.
Okay.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Why is the whole Zoom thing just going for 40 minutes? That doesn't make sense at all.
Oh, well, I guess when you have more than 2 people on the Zoom, that it only limits you to 40 minutes at a time. I don't know why. But if you have like only 2 people on Zoom, then you could just go unlimited. You could go for hours and hours if you want to. So that's the only downside of Zoom, I guess, compared to Skype.
Yeah. Can you just close the Zoom chat and then open a new one, or is it done for 24 hours, or how does it work?
No. You could just close it and then open a new one.
Well, how about you do that, and then we get George back in the mix, and then we just open a new one every time, and I cover the few minutes that it takes.
All right. You want to try that?
Well, I guess we have to because George doesn't make it to his Skype account.
All right. Let me do that. So you just cover the time. Oh shit.
What's happening?
No. fucking Larkin's fucking pushing forward now.
Well, he has to.
Bombs and shit. Yeah, he has to. Like like we were saying,
Hmm.
he needs to do that. All right, so just cover it. Just commentate on the fight, and then I'll make the new account for Zoom.
All right. Just drop me a message on the group
Sure.
chat on Facebook, so I know when you've done that, and I can join back into the call. So, John, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here in a few seconds. I talk to you soon.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we said it from the beginning. It is going to be a adventurous podcast here with the guys from Kumite Radio. But yeah, it's not about the problem. It's about to find solutions of the problem. And that is what we're going to try to do. The reason why we are having this discussion in the first place is because George is not the most technical guy. So he has some issues logging into his Skype, and Zoom, a app that the guys from Kumite Radio use, is not really lasting longer than 40 minutes, as John just mentioned. And we are watching the 4th round. There's 50 seconds to go, and it is quite interesting. There we go. What is John writing? We go back into our Zoom meeting, and we just click the link. Dun, 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 dun. And we will be back with both of them, hopefully. And we open Zoom. And there we are.
All right.
Back on Zoom.
Zoom. Where's George?
I don't know. Where is George?
Click the link.
There
Click the link.
is. George, how have you been doing? Not good at all, as it sounds like. Sounds very quiet. John,
Is he on?
I don't know. I think I just heard his voice.
No, I don't think he's on, because it would have had that little sound of.
Like a welcome sound. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I just continue to have a sip of my beer. We are having a phone companion here.
Okay, now everybody's on, I think.
Yeah, I'm here, bitches.
George,
can you
is
guys hear
back
me?
in town. Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm angry.
Your anger?
Mm.
Oh, we just did another Zoom.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I was on Skype. I was on, like, signing up for new shit and all kinds of shit.
So, George, how would you explain your mood level from 1 to 10, where 10 is the worst right now?
About at a 7.
Well, that's not too bad. I mean, there's still 3 points left to 10. For a coach and for a fighter, where's your cracking point? When do you start to throw shit around in your apartment?
I'm pretty calm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty calm.
Yeah, he's a Southern boy, so Southern boys are chill.
Mm. Where are you from in the States, by the way?
Me?
George.
I'm from North Carolina, but I rep Atlanta.
Okay.
That's where I lived before I moved here.
Lima. That's where Lima's from.
Yeah, Douglas Lima.
Lima's been winning this fight. Is it
going on right now?
It is going
Yeah, it's happening right now. It's 5th round. 5th round.
Oh, he's winning?
Yeah, he's been winning the whole fight.
420.
Well, I'm sorry. I
stand up.
didn't watch it. He's winning. Did Pico fight yet?
No, he's like 2 fights from now, I think.
All right.
Well,
so you guys got time.
Yeah, who's with you there in the background, George?
That's my brother.
That's your brother. Does your brother have a little bit more technical skills than you?
Wrestling, yes, he does.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about technology.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, does your brother?
Frank, can you try to get the Pro Tour fight up if I send it to you?
And does your brother have Skype? So maybe we can do it over his Skype account.
Frank, do you have Skype? Frank, you have Skype?
This is entertaining.
Frank, what's up, Frank?
You got Skype? Nigga, he's Korean, not Japanese. Do you have Skype?
You got the eyes or something.
Do you have Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already in trouble.
What happened?
The Hickman brothers, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
All right, you have Skype.
All right. So
we can log in.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here now, George, follow the steps, all right? Send me, send John the ID of your brother's Skype account and then log into your brother's Skype.
Nigga young.
He's not, he's German.
Why does everybody say that as soon as they hear somebody's German?
Yeah.
You know, Germans have more than one word. We actually have one of the biggest dictionaries in the world.
Figgin.
Oh, I love it. There's progress. I can see progress there. From shit to fuck. That's good.
Yo, Lima's got this in the bag, dude. Like,
yeah.
If Larkin doesn't knock him out in the last 2 minutes, Lima's got this fight, man. And he fucked his ass up in that second round bad.
157.
157.
157.
We are live, so in case you give out any passwords on the other side, just he got hit.
Yeah, we're live, George. You better remember that.
Yeah.
It's all good. You're already signed in, G Hick. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Boom.
And the tempo, hopefully getting close to Buddha.
1:35 to go. 5th round.
I know.
Password?
No, password should be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are giving out passwords here on the live stream.
Capital C.
Capital C.
This is hilarious, man. This is entertaining. This is very entertaining.
Uh-oh, I think we got a bite. I think we're good. Hold on.
Message him the.
No, John.
Hold on.
Give it to you because I have Skype over my phone.
Hold on. We're not home yet, boys. It says you're invited to try Skype for web. Try it now or go to my account. Exit out.
Go to my account, I would say.
All right.
Just send your ID of the Skype that you're using right now to John or to the group chat, and then we will switch to Skype and start a conversation there.
All right. So I'm going to send the group right now. Frank, what's your thing? F what?
That's Chuck name's dog, man.
Hey, what's your name? F what?
Like,
Yeah.
What are you getting to?
So they can ask.
Hickman, FW, 157.
Hey, you're live right now. Relax.
Damn. Lima just won that shit. He just won that shit.
Boom, it's done.
Hey, Pico fight yet?
No, 2 fights.
No, he's next. He's up next. You guys better. Hey, you guys get that live stream ready because Pico's fighting now.
All right, John. You.
So what do you want me to do? Yeah, I got it. I got the ID.
All right, Adam, and then just open the Skype chat with him and add me to the conversation.
All right.
All right. And we are off here at Zoom. I hopefully see both of you guys on Skype in a few seconds.
German. Of course he sounds like Peter.
What?
Yeah.
Hey. Guys.
Yes.
Did you send me something?
Wait a second. John is on it.
I'm on it, brother.
I got it.
Kaboom.
I'm trying to get it up. Yeah.
All right. I just added. I just sent the request. Sent the request to you, Frank.
Downloads, business rates.
What is he talking about?
Discover credit.
Dude, Get Larkin dropped twice?
What?
Oh, did they show it? I think he did.
I think
like in the fourth round also. On the fourth round too.
Okay, okay.
Man, that's no doubt, dude. Lima's like legit, dude.
No
Fucked
shit.
his ass up. Motherfucker.
It's my homie.
I know. You should have been here for the whole fight, so we could have got some fucking insight and shit.
D, I can't even get on anything.
I know.
I got post attendance on Skype, on Zoom. I got Skype my account.
Less time on the mats and more time on educating yourself about how to start a live stream.
Damn, Lima fucking, he put on the show and shit right now. Just showed that, hey, let's do the fucking cross promotion. Him and Woodley, let's do it.
Woodley is a beast, though. I'm not a big fan of Woodley, but you got to give it to him. He's a beast.
Well, I think Lima has enough power too.
Yeah. So
and it doesn't matter. Woodley's a beast, though. Yeah, he is a beast.
How's the Skype going?
Not good, because I'm on Skype right now and I don't see anything, any notifications. The only thing I see is usage last 30 days, 97 minutes to mobiles and landlines, account details. I don't see anything.
I just sent you a request, though.
Yeah, well, I don't see anything.
Okay. Why don't we do it like this? John, can you send your nickname, because I don't have my right now here in front of me. Can you just send your ID in the Facebook group chat to George, and then George can just add you as a contact, and then he should see when you accept. This is more complicated than giving birth.
My brother just gave me the link. I sent him and was like, "Hey, how do you do it?"
Here's my ID right here.
All right, hold on.
Okay. So, George, what you do, you copy that link, you copy that name, and then you look for it when you add a new contact.
Man, he messed me up when he switched left-handed. I couldn't get the distance too good, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's just a tough guy, man. What's going on for me to share the cage with a guy like that?
John, can you turn down your your audio?
Yeah, I was just trying to listen to the interview afterwards.
Yeah, but as long as we hear it on the stream, we don't want to get pulled off the stream.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I want to hear it.
There he is, McDonald.
Who, Rory?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, Rory could fight him too, right? Oh, I think that's the next matchup right there.
Well, didn't Roy say that he want to go for 2 belts?
Who he want? Oh, he wants to go for the middleweight belt too.
I just know that he wanted to go for more than 1 belt. So
he's got to worry about his weight. He got to worry about his weight class first, which is Lima. And Lima just showed that, hey, man, I'm I'm one of the best in the world. What's up? I think him and McDonald would be a good fight.
Well, Bellator is on the rise in general, man. I think there's a lot of
Their welterweight division is pretty legit. It's pretty stacked.
Yeah. What can George say to that as a professional MMA coach? What is your opinion on Bellator in general?
I fought for Bellator before.
How many fights?
I only did 1 fight with him.
All right. And why didn't you fight anymore? Because you lost, or because you don't want to?
No, I won, but at the time I was told to. It was like back in 2011 or 12, and the contracts were not great. So my guidance told me, or switched it to only 1 fight.
Okay, I see.
So, yeah, no, I think they're really. I think since they got Scott Coker, everything's looking great. They've turned it around, and they're doing well, and they're signing big names, which is awesome.
Yeah, also because more people or more fighters seem to want to get into free agency instead, and are tired a little bit of the UFC.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, this guy, I don't know what's going on, but it ain't happening.
Wait a second. Patience.
No patience. I've tried.
Dude, you is the most untechnical patient guy.
Yes, I am.
You have your hashtag not a native English speaker. But Romantic George, stay calm here. What do you see in front of you right now?
Get local numbers for global presence.
Why do you even have that on there?
Oh,
Get
Jesus
a
Christ.
number for your online listings.
Do you
Choose country and buy your new Skype number.
no, you don't need to buy anything. Do you somewhere see in the corner maybe a little
A clock. A clock. There should be a clock on your app.
How does it work?
What do you mean how does it
Is
work?
there a plus? Is there a plus button anywhere? Do you see a plus button?
No.
Not on the bottom of the app.
No, B, there's not.
Okay, George, wait a second. I'm coming to rescue you. You will forever go down for probably one of the nicest and greatest MMA coaches, but one of the worst Skype users ever. Can you live with that title?
Yes.
George don't give a fuck.
Nah, I really honestly
He's probably wrestling his computer right now. We're gonna make it happen. Don't worry, John. You gotta turn down. You gotta turn down your volume.
Who?
Whoever has background noise going on has to turn down.
I don't.
It's gone.
I don't.
Okay.
Hey, are you using your phone?
No, I'm using my computer.
You don't have Skype. Do you have Skype on your phone?
No, I don't.
Then he has to download the app, man. That's too complicated for George.
Yeah.
Just
Guys,
wait a second.
I feel like we're talking just fine right now.
I know, but it's gonna cut off.
Better send a new link.
Well, I guess that's what it's gonna be. But at some point,
Yeah, we'll just do it like that. Fuck it. Hey, just fuck it. Fuck it, George.
Kumite
Let's
Radio.
just do it on Zoom. Let's just do it on Zoom. And when it's about to cut out, I'll just send you guys a new link on Facebook, and we'll just continue after that.
Good.
Okay,
Let's just do it. Cause
that's the way
if we sit here, if we sit here and go back and forth on this Skype shit, we're gonna fucking shoot each other in the head, or we're gonna shoot ourselves in the head because I'm gonna fucking go nuts right now.
I think this is
Listen to
hilarious
this
entertainment for the people.
Tutorial.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we're
It's like
not having
fuck.
to details customers anymore because they're gonna be like, "What are these idiots you got on your show?"
Man,
Kumite Radio, motherfuckers.
Bitches.
boom. George, so let me ask you, talking about going back to Kumite Radio here, how does it work for you? Because I've been seeing that you have been on the road quite a bit. I mean, you've been in Sweden, you're in China, you are all over the place. How do you handle this double responsibility with actually being part of a podcast and also having responsibilities with Tiger Muay Thai and your coaching career?
Well, obviously, like for my fighters, I got to do what I got to do. But as you've seen me now with like talking about the technology and whatnot, that's pretty much how John and we speak pretty much every day, but he's constantly like, all right, asshole, what time do you want to do the show and this and that? And I'm quite, it's frustrating. Like sometimes cause I travel a lot, or like a problem that we have is like, I'm always tired because I wake up, like 7 o'clock every morning, and by like 10 o'clock at night, I'm tired.
Yeah, you on the mats all day long, or what?
Not all day long, but a good bit. And I'm also like, if I'm not at Tiger, I'm at my tattoo shop, like taking care of things. So
yeah. By the way, who is still haven't sent me any quotation from the extension of my sleeve.
Well, I'll handle that this week if you would like.
Yeah, that's what you said before.
Wow.
No,
I believe that. I didn't actually meet you there, though.
No, that's true. But what's the name of your tattoo shop? Because I quite enjoy, first of all, the location, because it's in the middle of the road that John and me were speaking about, where you have all the gyms and training camps in Phuket, and it has it's just a nice vibe there. When I met your guys that are working there, that are doing the artistic work, they are friendly, giving good service. What's the name? Give a shout out to your tattoo shop.
Indeed Tattoo.
Indeed. Why that name? Any reason?
It was the name before I came, so.
Okay. So you just took over.
No, I didn't take over, but it's the guy who does all my tattoo. My business partner. It's the name he originally came up with, and we just kept it when we moved to a new location, and I became part of it.
Nice. Any desire to be a tattoo artist yourself one day?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. But yeah, man, it's. I guess it's nice to own a tattoo shop because you get everything for free, basically.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. What about you, John? You got any ink?
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Just a little.
All right. But you went to the tattoo shop because I saw some social media posts.
Yes, I went there and checked it out. It's a very clean, friendly environment. If you are in the area, you should probably, if you're not gonna even get a tattoo, go visit and check it out and see what's going on. I think that's a good idea.
I'm here. Hang out, say what's up.
Well, you can't really miss George because you drive back and forth to the gym on your bike. What are you driving?
A GPX Cafe Racer.
It looks pretty nice, man. You kind of have the style to it too, so it makes a good matchup there.
Thank you.
You are welcome. That's what we're all about on this podcast. Love and friendliness. So give a little love to your Skype and we just stick with Zoom. Yeah, Kumite Radio in general. What's up for you guys next? I mean, you're on episode 17 now. You had a bunch of names on that are training at Tiger Muay Thai and were fighting at the UFC. Can you give us any inside view what's coming up with your schedule in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months? Any surprises that we can expect, or how is this going down?
George,
For
you
me,
got any information?
Radio.
Kumite Radio.
We have a possible guest on Monday. Still waiting to get the confirmation. And yeah, I mean, we had Safadine recently on the podcast. Might have somebody fight in the UFC also coming on soon. Not sure yet, but yeah, it's kind of like all the time I have people at Tiger, so I just ask them to get on the podcast. I think it's relevant and, someone that would be good and someone that has an upcoming fight.
Yeah. How did you enjoy the UFC Singapore card, if we dive a little bit into that? Pico is about to walk into the cage here now, by the way.
Yeah, it was, unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but it was outside of that, everything else was great. It was my first time cornering Tariq Safadine. He's an awesome guy, awesome fighter, and I think he'll be back. That fight kind of left a taste in his mouth, so he'll be back better and stronger.
Yeah.
But other than that, Singapore was good. Mandalay Bay was good. The pool was good.
What do you think about the card that the UFC came up with in Singapore? Because you guys talked about it on your last podcast, One Championship, and there's loads of things that I don't agree with you guys on that you said on your podcast, because you have to realize when you are a new promotion, a new upcoming promotion, you need to deal with a few other things than just coming up with great, amazing fights, because you need to push the whole scene in the area where you are. However, how did you experience the whole neighborhood visit of the UFC on One Championship's home ground in Singapore?
I don't think it's the UFC. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with being in one's backyard or anything like that. It's just the UFC came to Singapore.
All right. Do you think that there was a good card to come to Singapore with, or were you disappointed in the card in general? Because, I mean, Holy Holm came off a couple of losses, and the fight didn't excite too many people as I felt it.
Well, yeah, I think that a lot of the people that were on the main card, have had some losses. I don't think that really matters. Like, it was still a good card, and it was not a bad card for Singapore. Like, I enjoyed the fights. I was there. Of course, there weren't like huge names on it, but I think that it was a pretty.
Oh shit! Fucking Pico just got rocked,
dude.
Guillotine.
Holy shit!
For Pico?
Yeah, he got rocked.
Oh,
he's in the guillotine right now. He's fighting off the guillotine. Oh shit, that shit is tight. Oh, he tapped.
Dude, you're a few seconds ahead, you motherfucker. Damn it. Holy shit, that was not... Holy shit, Freeman.
Dude.
Freeman surprised everybody. And I have the construction going on outside. My apologies.
Fuck, man. That's fucked up. He fucking rocked him.
He fucked up badly. He doesn't know what happened. He's like, what?
Hey, all right. Was he doing all right before then?
Dude,
no, he just ran into it.
It just
It was the first exchange. It was the first exchange, and then they were just throwing bombs, and what's his name? Freeman? He landed first. And then fucking Pico dropped. And then Freeman, and then, you know, naturally he goes for the double leg, right? And then, what's his name? Freeman locked in the fucking front headlock, and then just jumped on the guillotine and tapped him and shit.
Dude, by the way, Freeman, this is fucking crazy because for the people who saw the weigh-ins, Freeman were actually pointing a little bit to the overhype that Bellator was doing there. And dude, I'm just surprised at the moment. I don't really know what to say. I did not expect that. That's for sure.
I want to get back to this UFC 1 topic about last week's podcast on Kumite Radio.
If you give me a few minutes, because construction is going on here outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Problem.
Let's just finish him his thing that he's doing there. But what's on your mind, man? Speak your mind.
Well, I just want to know what because obviously you listen to our podcast, so I want to know like what you said you didn't agree with everything.
Well, I heard a lot of hate there, and I can totally understand that. One Championship is not putting up the most exciting fights at the moment, but it seems to me, as somebody who works with marketing and with media, that a lot of fighters, which I can understand, so don't get me wrong, but it seems to me that a lot of people always underestimate what it actually takes to keep a promotion going and to actually bring it up there. So I think that is something that you guys didn't really talked about on your previous podcast, episode 17, I believe it was. For the people who haven't listened to it, go on Kumite Radio on YouTube, SoundCloud, or wherever you can find it. Listen to that. And I think you underestimate that it takes a certain amount of work, and that you kind of have to work with what you got. You know, if you want to build up a promotion in Asia where MMA is just hitting a complete new market, you kind of need to start to build up local heroes. And we also know the concept of One Championship is a little bit different from UFC. So I can see your point. It's not always the most exciting fights, and there's always an event on short notice that being cancelled, or either a new event coming up on short notice. But that's what you have to deal with as a company, as a promotion on a new market, on that kind of level, you know, especially in China, man. The market is complicated enough. You have to deal with many different things. I mean, just think about the walk-in tracks that you have on the event. You have to share that with the Chinese government so they can say, okay, we can actually do that, you can play that song. There's so many things you got to deal with. So there needs to be a little compromise from both fighters and the promotion to actually accept that this is a process and nothing is perfect from the beginning. And I was missing that a little bit in your previous podcast episode.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with that as well, but I think One has a lot of good fighters, but I guess what I don't like is just like last week they were talking about how they could, like, just saying the stuff about the UFC and stuff. Like, I think One's a great promotion, and they have a lot of good fighters, and they have a lot of terrible fighters as well. But they do a good job of with what they have. However, like, stop comparing yourself with the UFC.
Yeah, I totally agree, but don't you think that at some point you gotta bring out the word in order to make some noise? I mean, that's the same for fighters and promotion. At some point you need to start to look for a little bit noise out there, and this is basically where One FC, or One Championship as they're now called, One FC is in the past, where they make the compromise. You know, they're not really the company, and they don't really have the fighters for trash talk, but they also realize to get a little bit more attention from the other side of the globe, because they obviously want to extend as well. At some point you need to compromise and enter a certain kind of marketing, and what works in the West might not always work in the East, but again, you need to compromise. So why not just throw out the word? If it's true or not, I think we all have our opinions on that, but if it's true or not doesn't really matter, as long as people talk about it. One Championship does what they get, and you guys talked about it on the podcast. We talk about it now. There's loads of other talk going on online forums, online. So it's fulfilling its purpose. You know what I mean?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I couldn't hear. I didn't hear really anything you said.
I said.
I think it's because of the construction.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Is it that loud? My apologies. I hope they are finished soon. That's why I normally have my podcast in the evening. However, I said the talks that Rich Franklin just said, you compare Angel Ali to Jacek. Jesus Christ, they just keep going out there. Shouldn't take too long.
That's the beauty of it live.
Yeah, man, I don't mind. I just talk a little bit louder and turn down the microphone instead. But what I was saying was to compare Angel Ali to Jacek is we all have our opinions on that, if it's true or not true, but at some point you need to get your word out there. You need to make a little bit of noise, no matter if you are a fighter or if you are a promotion. So, man, there's loads of people saying crazy stuff outside. I mean, we are watching Bellator 180 New York right now as we speak, and we have a Chael Sonnen as a main event. He says a lot of crazy shit, but people like it, people tune into it, and for me, as somebody who works with media, it seems kind of that you need to find a compromise, and that is what One Championship is doing, because they are known for that. They don't have the most aggressively talking fighters, or it's what works in the West doesn't really work in the East. But if you want to extend into a different market, which they want to do at some point, I believe, you kind of have to start to talk, and this is where we are.
Of course you do. You have to start talking and saying crazy shit, but then that's why they say crazy shit, so we could talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's justifiable in that aspect where if they say like things that are, hyping themselves up, of course, that's their job, right? And our job as people that, have opinions on it is to express our opinions the way that we feel about what they're saying, right? So there's no wrong and right about anything. It's just like we just say what we just say, and there's no wrong and right. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's just opinions.
Yeah, you're completely right, and that's why I kind of like to bring it up again here, because it's as you say, it's an opinion, and you can think something differently, and I can think something differently, but it doesn't really matter what we think, because as long as we talk about it, One Championship wins. You know what I mean? So they obviously...
Yeah, of course. Because, hey, our job is to talk about MMA. One Championship is MMA, right? So, it's not like we're not going to talk about it. So if we're just going to talk about it the way that One Championship wants us to talk about it, then we just become like One Championship. So, and me, I'm just me. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own opinion, so I just express it. Like, if the UFC fucks up, I'm going to say the UFC fucks up. If the, Road FC fucks up, I'm going to say Road FC fucks up. I'm going to say what I feel and believe about the topics that's going on, right? Because, if we don't, then what, if we don't, then what's the point of even having a podcast then? We're just fucking talking about what they want us to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, this is your opinion.
I totally agree. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to bring across here, I totally agree. We should talk about whatever we would like to talk about. If somebody fucks up, we should talk about that. And I don't mind, because there's loads of matchups that I don't agree with One Championship. Loads of things they do that I don't agree with, even though I work with them, and even though it's fun to work with them. But I think it is a certain kind of responsibility, and now we can take this a little bit bigger, because if you are an MMA journalist or do MMA journalism, you have a certain responsibility in general to always give a fair perspective for the audience, to get a picture out of both sides. And I think in your last episode you only covered one side, and that was the fighter side, that was the coach side. You didn't really see the media side and what it takes to actually make a business grow. And that's all I'm saying, man. I agree with 90% of the shit that you were saying on your podcast.
Oh, of course. Hey, sometimes, when you start talking shit, you just sometimes say shit that is just shit.
Yeah, but
that's why
that's why we're having beers right now.
Yeah, because like every time you go on and like because basically when you do podcasts, you put yourself out there to be criticized for what you say, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you say shit that is kind of like, not really your full opinion, and you're just ranting. And maybe next week I'll maybe the next time we talk about this, or maybe the time, this time we're talking about it, we say something different from what we said before, like something that's hypocritical. And that's just part of being a human being and expressing what we want to, express. And maybe in the future, they might do something that you enjoy. Because what I'm hearing is, let me give you some fucking insight, is that I'm hearing is that One Championship has a sick-ass card coming up, but they haven't announced it yet. But I don't want to say nothing because I got some insider information.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because this is what the podcast is all about. This is why
you got information. You got information. Give us some information.
Dude, I got some information on my email right there, and you were talking about this guy on your podcast as well. Oh shit! Now I have to take up my fucking email here at the same time as I talk about.
Hey, wait up! I gotta get a new Zoom.
All right. You start the new chat.
The timer now.
All right.
So you get your shit ready. Right now, the Michael Chandler fight's about to start. George, try to get that stream going.
Yeah, I'll be right there with it.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys the link again. Okay, check your Facebook.
All right, in a second, guys. Boom! What an interesting conversation, and this is a very valid point that I think is very important. What the guys did here, what I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to pick any fight. I really enjoyed that the guys from Kumite Radio were taking up points that they don't like with One Championship as a fighters, because you need to hear all sides. What I was trying to say is that there was the other side missing a little bit, why certain things are done as they are done, because sometimes even if you don't like it, you kind of have to understand that there are a few more factors to it. And as John is starting the new Zoom chat here, kaboom, there we go. I'm gonna switch to that. Zoom. I'm gonna just click on that link and open that, and then I'm gonna open my email real quick, because there has been some very interesting emails been sent out by One Championship, and I would like to have the right name to it.
Known about him, you're right.
All right, I'm back, guys.
I think so. What's up? So tell us some info about this super card. It's not even, I don't know if it's going to say super card, but it is a stacked card. I've just been hearing rumors.
So
and you're a guy that knows information.
Let me know before I pull any informations out here or up, because I'm still opening my email on the laptop. I'm handling several devices at the same time. What are the rumors that you have heard?
No, you tell me, because I don't want to say anything. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
you tell me. You got the inside. You're the guy. You got connects.
Well,
you know what I mean, what's up?
I don't really have connections in that way. I hear things as much as you hear things. So what direction you want to go? You want to go the Indonesian direction, or you want to go the Malaysian direction?
Malaysian.
You want to go into the Malaysian direction? Well, I think it has been very obviously out there on social media, and this is not really news, that the Silva brothers have been signed to fight. Who they gonna fight, we don't really know yet. But we also know that, and this is a fighter that I enjoy a lot, a Mr. Martin Negin has been signed as well. And there are rumors that he has been signed for the Kuala Lumpur card as well. So, who could they fight, the Gianni Silva brothers? I mean, Gianni has been out of the game for a little while. He has been injured. I think it has almost been a year since he last fought. And we know that Keanu recently had to pull out of a fight for the second time against a certain Christian Lee. So, would we be surprised if Keanu actually has to face or will face Christian Lee finally? Would you guys?
No, I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, I think that is a good possibility too. And I don't know if you have seen Christian Lee's latest fight, but he looked a little bit nervous because he lost his first fight before that. And as always, when you fall down from the bike, you kind of need to go back up on the bike. And even though he won again his last fight, it seemed a little bit like he was nervous for me. And it seems he has to pass Keanu Silva if he wants to get his rematch with Martin Negin. You know what I mean? So maybe he also gets the rematch with Martin, which I doubt a little bit because he lost against Martin, quite obviously, in my opinion. So I don't think he gets the rematch. I will put my money on Keanu Silva versus Christian Lee.
Oh, you if they fight, you choose Keanu to win?
No, I'm just saying that is a fight that I think is gonna happen very soon, if not already.
Yeah, that's a good fight. You know what I mean? And if I was gonna bet money on it, I would take Keanu for that fight. Like I would choose him to win.
You see, this is why I'm too much newbie, why I'm just a photographer. I don't really know how to pick there, because even though Christian Lee is always often seen as a hype train together with Angela Lee, if he has skills, man, and he knows how to fight. You know, he's still young, and I think you have to consider that he has still a long journey to go. But I don't really know who to pick in that fight. I know Keanu as well, but I haven't seen enough of both of these fighters. I know that Keanu trains with Bali MMA, and they are all beasts out there. They got Yusuf Weber, they have Gianni, and Gianni, and Keanu. So there's a lot of these fighters, but I don't want to pick a fighter because I just don't know. I don't have the knowledge to pick fighters, man.
Well, they're very similar type of fighters. Like they're even physically they're very similar. I think Christian Lee's a little bit longer, but but they're both up and coming guys, man, and that's a legit fight for up and coming guys.
Yeah,
you know, to stack them up, and whoever wins should fight one of the top guys. Like that's featherweight, right? So like say even Martin to win. Like even if Keanu wins, he could fight somebody like Martin to win.
No,
you know, at that level.
What would you guys think if Keanu fights Martin?
He's not ready.
He's not ready?
I don't think he's ready. I think one fight against Christian Lee, if he wins that fight, he'll be ready. But I don't think he's ready for Martin to win. Martin to win, he's fought a lot of the top guys. He's fought the champion.
Yeah, he fought the champion on
even
short
even
notice.
Though he lost.
Yeah,
on short notice. Even though he lost, but he's been in the cage with that guy, and that guy is a monster.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, he is a guy that they should be promoting way more than they promote him right now.
Well,
what is it? Garfov, is that his name?
Gafurov, yes.
Gafurov. Yeah, Gafurov. Yeah, Gafurov. Yeah, they should be promoting him because he is like Khabib, but like, yeah, he's like Khabib.
He's top. He's top level, yes.
Fucking dominant.
Yeah, he's
so dominant, and he's like the Wolverine. If you look at him, he looks like Wolverine.
It's funny that you mentioned that.
And he goes in there, fights like Wolverine.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because if you guys don't mind a plug here, but if you go on www.stevebonhage, STEVBONHAGE, you can find Asia's finest MMA photography, and I actually have a picture of Gafurov in the ring doing a break in his corner, and he just exactly looks like Wolverine. And I totally agree. Yeah. That's why I think it's very funny. But hey, before we continue with the One Championship talk, we have a fight going on here on the side at Bellator 180 or Bellator New York. Chandler is about to fight. Who you got in this fight?
Chandler, of course. Because, hey, this Primus guy, he's much bigger. He's undefeated. Not much is known about him. And he's finished 5 of his 7 fights, if you look at the stats. And 4 of them are in the first round. So he's able to finish the fight. And if he wins, dude, it's like the biggest upset on this card. It would be the biggest upset on this card. Because Michael Chandler is a fucking monster. He fucked up everybody.
Yeah.
Basically everybody. Benson Henderson, one of the best in the world. Eddie Alvarez, 2 former UFC champions, fucked them all up. Patricio Pitbull knocked him out twice, I think. No, once. Yeah, knocked him out once. So, man, he's one of the best in the world. It doesn't matter if he's in Bellator, in lightweight division, or maybe even pound for pound. He is one of the best in the world. Yeah. So if Primus can beat him, that would just put huge shockwaves through Bellator. Because basically Chandler is the poster boy for Bellator. Because he could have went to the UFC, but he stayed.
Yeah. Dude, I gotta interrupt you here shortly. Can you just make sure that Hickman is back on the live stream, and I will go and have a short 30-second break because when I drink beer, I have to fucking piss at some point, and I just need to do a little bathroom break. Can you keep on entertaining the audience while you get George back on the podcast, and we're about to start?
G, where you at, G?
Handling business. I'm good. I'm here.
Oh, you still there?
Yeah, I'm good, homie.
Gary? You better crack a Leo.
Nah.
You ain't cracking that Leo?
No.
You ain't gonna fuck around with that? You ain't gonna pop that wide in the box?
I cracked one Leo already.
Oh, you did? All right. That's all good. You know me, I'm here drinking the Barks.
Drinking what?
The Barks.
Barks?
Yeah, Barks root beer, fool. Hey, you don't know about Barks root beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're lucky I don't have no vanilla ice cream.
For a float?
Yeah, for the float and shit. Fuck, man. Yeah, the fucking... Damn, dude, Chandler. Dude, oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
What happened?
He almost fucking... Like, he slipped and the dude went in with the fly and he almost caught him and shit. But something's wrong. Oh, he hurt his ankle. Michael Chandler he hurt his ankle, dude. His ankle's broken. I think his ankle's broken, dude. And he's still fighting and shit. Fuck. Damn, that dude just spinning and all kinds. Dude, Chandler looked like he's hurt. His ankle.
He's hurt?
I see a...
Yeah, I think Chandler hurt his ankle.
I see a Chandler here up to the cage. What's happening?
Chandler, like, I think he hurt his ankle. Looked like his ankle's messed up.
How did that
And
happen?
then Primus is, like, kicking his ankle.
What the fuck? How did that happen?
I think he just, like, when he stepped back, he kind of twisted it or something. But it looks like he's all right now. Oh, shit. Yeah, his ankle's messed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, dude. I just saw that wobble. God damn it. Oh,
yeah,
he
his
can't
ankle's
stand.
Messed up.
Oh, he can't stand on that one, man. Oh,
yeah, you gotta put it into a brawl.
Mm.
Dang, Primus is about to win, dude. That's fucked up.
Oh, man. That is so not fair.
He can't. His ankle. Something's wrong with his ankle, man. Oh, shit.
Broken? Oh, dude, it's just wobbling there.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, fuck. He dropped him. But Chandler's
Holy shit!
Ankle.
Holy shit, man. That is crazy. That is...
His ankle's fucked up, dude.
Oh, dude.
Oh, man. He got it.
Dude.
His ankle,
dude,
man.
Dude.
They just stopped it. The doctor's going to come in. Check his ankle.
Yeah, that's not going to continue.
But he just dropped him. He just dropped Primus with the fucking hard-ass right hand.
Well, that helps him a lot to... dude. How could I miss out on that?
Yo. You about to get a free belt right here. Dang, they're over there fucking rebuilding Thailand over there.
Yeah, man. It's a little bit annoying. The place where I moved, they just they still have the upper level still left to build, so they do all the construction downstairs and then they carry it upstairs. And in Thailand, they don't know a Sunday. They don't know what that means. In Germany, that's the holy grail. On Sunday, you don't do a shit.
And it's on a Sunday too. That's what's weird.
Yeah, that's what I just said, man. And in other places, the Sunday is a holy grail. Chandler, man. For the people who are not
watching. The fight's over.
Fight's over.
Primus wins.
That's a rematch, dude. Rematch. How can you be happy for a fight like this? How can you be happy? Seriously.
Doctor stoppage, man. Doctor stoppage. His ankle's fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't see the beginning. Can somebody please bring me up to date? What exactly happened with Chandler's ankle?
He twisted his ankle, I think, when he was stepping back. They should show the highlight of it in a second.
Yeah, so how can you... George, maybe you can help me out here on that side. How can you be happy as a fighter if you win? You got dropped too, and you win because of an injury that you didn't really have anything to do with.
It sucks that injury happened because that's obviously it changed the outcome of the fight or how it was going.
Yeah, but how can you understand? Can you help me to make understand? Because he is screaming out of joy, obviously, there at the moment. But how can you be enjoying this victory? I can't get that in my head.
Oh yeah, you see that? When he stepped back, he twisted
damn.
his ankle.
Dude, that hurt so bad. That hurt so bad. And he still dropped.
Yeah, man. Oh, then he did it twice. He did it twice. He stepped back twice.
Oh, dude, that hurts.
Fuck, man.
That hurts.
Oh, man. Hey, Chandler's gonna go to UFC.
maybe that's his way. Maybe that's his way actually out. Oh, dude, that angle is broken.
Yeah, he when he stepped on it, it looked bad, dude. Fuck. Oh man, that
hurts.
He did his own stanky leg. It's not even stanky leg. It's like stanky ankle.
Dude,
yes.
That hurts
by
so
himself
bad.
And shit.
So.
Yo, anyways, hey, this weekend is fucking this fight's over. Fucking Primus won. He's a champ, man.
That is not making a champ. I'm disappointed. I'm deeply disappointed. Even if you're a fighter, there's only one thing for him to do right now, and that is giving Chandler the immediate rematch. Otherwise, I have no respect for this guy, because you cannot celebrate a win for something that you first of all didn't win. You win it because of an injury that you had nothing to do with, and you even got dropped by the guy who got injured. So there's only one thing for him to do, and that is to give Chandler the immediate rematch.
Fedor is next. Anyways, hey, next weekend is Full Metal Dojo at the new nightclub. You gonna be there? Steve-O, you gonna be there?
I actually don't know if I'm gonna be there, to be honest. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Bro, what's up, man? You're in the city and shit. George is gonna be there. You guys might as well do like a little podcast or something, like a live one or something. I don't know. But George is gonna be there coaching his dudes. Yeah. What's up with your dudes, George?
Joe Ray, Top Noi, coming to handle.
Joe Ray, one of the nicest dudes you ever meet in your life.
I'm looking forward to Top Noi again, man. He's always an entertaining fighter. I don't know so much about Ray. He's facing Marcelo. What's his name?
There's been some changes in that.
Okay. So
no, for real?
Can you give us any inside view here?
Yeah, he got hurt, so he's got a new opponent.
What?
And who's that?
Cambodian guy. I don't remember his name.
Fuck, that's fucked up.
Damn it. Full Metal Dojo, man. It's definitely the most evil dojo in the world.
That's what is the allure of Full Metal Dojo, man. You don't even know what's gonna happen. Yeah. It's just gonna happen.
Well, we know that it's gonna happen at the new Insanity nightclub on Soi 11 here in Bangkok, Thailand, Sukhumvit Soi 11, and looking forward to that.
I recommend anybody that's in Bangkok or even in Thailand or even in Southeast Asia, you're gonna even think about going there, you should go to that Full Metal Dojo. You know what I mean? Because that's a fucking crazy show.
George, who's Top Noi gonna fight? Because I see on Full Metal Dojo's Facebook page they still have a bunch of fights left to announce. Can you give us any inside view?
Yeah, he's fighting in Cambodia, and I don't know who. I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh, Cambodian guy, interesting. There's one Cambodian guy, which name I obviously don't remember because I suck at names, but he is always very, very eager. John, just to make a short cut here, can you tell me, or can you hear what Chandler is saying at the moment?
No, I can't hear it because I didn't turn on the sound, but he was screaming some shit. He was saying like, it don't matter. He's still the champ,
He's
stuff like that.
Champ. That immediately puts
he ain't. Hey, reality, he's not the champ, man, because who's wearing the belt? Primus.
Yeah, that's
the guy
bullshit.
that nobody thought would win.
He behaves like if he won this belt, he got that belt given. Sorry, I'm very upset over stuff like this because I like to keep it real, and the reality is that you just got that belt given. You didn't get it. That's a huge difference, in my opinion. However, Full Metal Dojo at the new Insanity Club, Soi 11, on Saturday. They're going to have the weigh-ins one day before. Haven't seen any news about that. Looking forward to what's going to happen. George, can you tell the audience a little bit, because also on your last podcast you mentioned that Full Metal Dojo is a promotion that you always enjoy. For the people who haven't been to Full Metal Dojo, what is it exactly that makes FMD to FMD?
It's like an 80s or 90s movie. What do you think, John?
You're exactly right, man. It's like fucking Blade Runner. It's like Bloodsport. It's like fucking 16 candles all put together.
Yeah, and they got TJ Miller coming in all the way from the US of A to co-host their live stream on Facebook. So if you're not in Bangkok, you can actually see the live stream on their Facebook page, Full Metal Dojo. I don't need to spell that out for you people out there. It's pretty easy. Make sure to tune in. There is a bunch of fights happening. As always, we don't have the full information yet. It's going to come out during the week. And as John said, man, that's the beauty of Full Metal Dojo. You never know what's going to happen. Is John not the host of Full Metal Dojo gonna step in to fight somebody on last minute? He did that last year, which I found quite impressive. You never know, man. It's beer, chicks, hoodoo girls, maybe some chicken wings and crazy fights. And they put cage side on a whole different level because you are literally at the side of the cage. Not 5 meters away, you are directly on the side of the cage.
Yeah, and also you never know who's going to show up too. Like, it just unannounced. Like, certain fighters just, you know, show up unannounced just to, you know, take in the festivities. So if you go there, you might be able to meet some people if you're a fan of MMA that you probably would never get a chance to meet.
For sure.
So, you know, I would go check it out, you know?
Yeah, you can easily drop into Mike Swick, who's, of course, the coach of AKA, or Romantic George, hashtag Romantic George, will be there as well, of course. And, yeah, maybe maybe Chuck Liddell will show up because he's training at AKA Thailand. And which brings me back, guys, because we kind of dropped out here talking about one championship. Let me bring up the name. We are talking about Kairat Akhmedov. From Kazakhstan, also training at TMT Tiger Muay Thai, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, George?
Yes, Kairat is a beast.
Yes, he is about to defend his title very, very soon on July 29th in, let me see, in Indonesia, in Surabaya. I have no idea why one championship is holding a event in Surabaya. But he's going to defend his title against interim one flyweight world champion Adriano Morales. How is Akhmedov looking at this moment? Is he at TMT or when was the last time you saw him?
No, he's here. He's training at Tiger.
And how does he prepare for this fight? Or how do you guys prepare him for this fight?
Normal training. Nothing special.
So for the newbies, what does normal training include?
We have a schedule for all of our fighters. So he's doing, you know, obviously conditioning and jiu-jitsu and wrestling and sparring and jiu-jitsu and more wrestling and more sparring. And
a lot of sparring going on. Now, this is a rematch, correct?
Hey, doesn't he look like BJ Penn? Like a young BJ Penn?
That is correct, man.
Kairat. When I see him, I'm like, damn, he looks so much like a young BJ Penn. It's fucking scary, you know? Like, I want to call him BJ when I see him.
Just do it, man. Just do it.
Because he looks so much like him. But yeah, hopefully he's you know, that's gonna be a great fight. Those two guys, legitimately, those are the two best flyweights in that division, and they're gonna go at it, you know, and that's what I love to see.
I believe.
You know what I mean, that's just.
Yeah, I believe it's a rematch, right?
Is it a rematch?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I can check that out on ShareDog. Let me look on ShareDog real quick.
What fight is it now?
Fedor and Mitrione is next.
Yo, my morning has gone so terrible.
I know.
Man, I feel so sorry for you.
My girlfriend went to the temple. She's angry at me. She ain't coming back home right now. She's with her brother at the temple.
So why is she angry at you? What have you done?
Because I'm hungover from last night at the barbecue. And I have a bunch of stuff going on at work, and I turned the fight down, and now
How does it work for you anyway, man? Because you're a coach, but you're still in the age where you like, where I can imagine that you would like to fight. How do you deal with this double responsibility? Not really responsibility, but double passion. Because I can imagine it's fun to coach, but also to fight.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's like time management, but honestly, since my last fight in December, I haven't really, I've just been focusing on my guys that I coach and stuff, and obviously I've been traveling. It's not easy at all. Sometimes you have to take a step back, but I still have my goals and things that I want to do for myself. But yeah, it's not an easy task, that's for sure. It's not like I used to be, but like in America, I was in the car business. I worked a lot. Here, I coach. I don't work near amount, what I did, but coaching at Tiger is not like coaching at any other gym, in the world, or other than like gyms that are here in town. And you have guys that, a select few of people that live here all year round.
Yeah. And
then you have, those are like your core guys. And then you have people that are from all over the world that come. And it's not easy. Like you got all kinds of different personalities to deal with. It's really a full-time job.
Yeah.
Making everybody happy and stuff like that.
Yeah. And just to clarify that for John here, Morales fight Akhmedov before, and that's the only fight he lost. So I can imagine that Morales is looking forward to the rematch. George, can you tell us why Kairat has been out for so long? Because there was some rumors that he was injured. What was going on with him?
I think there's a lot more to it than that, but that's all I'll say.
You see, that's MMA. It's always so mysterious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Steve-O, you should get Kairat on the podcast, and so he could express his feelings.
Hey, easy, Tiger. Why are you saying Steve-O? I should get him on the podcast. Kumite Radio is the number one MMA podcast.
Oh, we already got him on the pipeline. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we
already got him on the pipeline.
I'm just some photographer who really enjoys his work, shooting other people while they punch each other in the face. So I don't have the complete knowledge like you guys have to actually talk a little bit more.
I don't have no knowledge either.
Isn't podcasting fun, ladies and gentlemen? And as we predicted on or at the beginning of this podcast, George Hickman, aka Romantic George, #Romantic George, is still not watching the live stream. Are you still working on that, or have you given up completely?
No, I'm done with it.
Oh, yeah. Frustrating day for George Hickman, ladies and gentlemen.
He's about to go. He's about to go on Netflix and turn on something to watch.
Yeah, there's many great things going on Netflix right now, but it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the co-main event at Bellator 180 New York.
For real, Fedor's about to come out.
Yeah, Fedor is a cool fucking dude, in my opinion. Also because he has this Russian myth around him. Cold and just very quiet until it's time to step into that cage. But on the other side, Mitrione is just fucking funny, and he's a beast. So I don't really see Fedor winning, but Fedor has proven that he can take a punch or two.
George, did you pick Fedor to win?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
It's 3 rounds.
I don't.
Right?
I picked Mitrione. Mitrione first round knockout. I'm saying that right now. I think Fedor.
And I'm actually thinking I'm with John here.
Yeah, I think Fedor, he's like one of my favorite fighters of all time. But his fight against Maldonado, if you watch that fight, dude, he looked terrible. And I think Mitrione has more power, has better striking, and is faster. So if Fedor doesn't get him to the ground to pound him out, I don't see this ending out well with Mitrione, yeah. But Fedor throws bombs though, so who knows, man? I could be talking out my ass like I usually do. So
George, why you got Fedor?
Because he's a ledge.
But isn't that something that a lot of fighters seem to underestimate, that they just don't know when to quit? I mean, how old is Fedor right now?
What's that?
How old is Fedor right now?
I don't know. Old.
Let me see. Let me check. Let me see how old he is.
Because
Really old.
He's fuck. He's 40 years old right now. 40 years old.
only? I thought he was
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit
kind
older,
of-
actually.
That's kind of old for a fighter. Hey George, what is a ledge? What does that mean? Is that short for legend, or
It's
what does that
short
mean? It's short for what?
For legend.
That
Oh,
was-
okay. I didn't know that. You always say it, but I just figured that it just meant like something. You know, like how certain words mean something bad and good at the same time.
Did I just hear
Oh,
lighter?
I didn't know that.
Did I just hear
Legend.
lighter?
Yeah.
Man, the construction is going on and they are fucking loud in my
Yeah.
head.
I don't know. That makes it so much realer than it is. So much liver than it is.
It's raw, man.
Construction in the back.
It's raw. That's what we are all about.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing construction in my house right now too.
Yeah, just to put a little extra flavor into your podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna start blending shit or something. I don't know.
Holy shit! What a great idea.
Cook some
That's-
eggs or something.
That's a really cool, idea. George, just a question here, just to put it out there. On a scale 1 to 10, how likely would it be for you to join me on a live podcast from the official Full Metal Dojo weigh-ins?
Yeah, I would love to.
You would love to?
I was gonna say, I don't know. I'm pretty flaky, but then you said from the weigh-in, so I know I'll be there. So yeah.
So maybe I should get in touch with John and just ask him if we can get a spot, because that would be quite amazing. And maybe could then change the background noise from construction to a load of guys talking shit around the weigh-ins, and actually
Yeah,
maybe
that
even
would be
live
great.
stream the weigh-ins. Well, I will check that with John A. Nutt, the founder, CEO, and host, and the name behind the promotion. John A. Nutt, ladies and gentlemen. Also to be seen on Fox lately. How do you guys think has he been doing on Fox?
I love it.
It's fun, man. He brings a little bit, realness into the whole news kind of flavor. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude, Mitch Rowan's fucking so much bigger than Fedor. Fucking huge.
Why does Fedor still need a fucking translator in the cage? He knows what the ref is gonna say.
I heard Fedor speaks English, like well.
So why does he have a translator?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no reason. I think it's just like I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with this shit. Oh fuck.
He's just trying to keep up the
I
the
don't wanna deal with
myth.
these fuckers.
Fucking Americans. God damn it. Jesus Christ, how much stuff does he have to saw down there? I don't get it.
What was Alex's dad doing?
No, my stream just froze.
Shield? Huh? Shield?
The fuck, man.
There we go.
Some bullshit like my feed. Fucking. Oh, here we go. There, my feed's working now.
Yeah, it just took a while there.
Some fucking
Oh man,
hackers and shit came in.
dude, I have that feeling that Mitrione is
Oh
just...
shit! Double knockdown and shit. What the fuck?
Dude, shut up! Shut up!
Oh, Fedor fucked
Dude.
up, knocked out.
No!
Knocked the fuck out.
Are you like
Fedor
30...
knocked the fuck out, motherfucker.
What? Dude,
First
you're
round
like a
knockout,
minute
Fedor
ahead.
down.
You're a minute ahead. What the fuck?
Am I?
Yes, I see the double knockout right now. What
That shit
the
was
fuck
fucked
just
up, the double
happened?
knockdown.
There was a double knockout, and then Mitrione came back and knocked Fedor out. What the fuck?
Some bullshit right there. Fedor's like, he's on that drunk street.
Holy shit!
He's on that drunk street right here. They're like 4 dudes holding him up.
That is crazy.
Oh man,
for the people
that was a crazy fight.
For the people who haven't been watching or who are not watching the live stream, including George Hickman.
Oh, we gotta do the feed again. We gotta do the feed again.
All right, just drop out and send
hey,
us
go
the
yell
link.
go yell at that dude outside, like, motherfucker, stop sawing that shit. What the fuck you doing?
Well, if I do that, I have the whole neighborhood on my back. That's for sure.
Exactly, you get fucking mobbed, stoned to death or something.
Yeah,
probably,
but
right?
I know a lot of
okay.
MMA people.
All right, so let's end this, and then I'm gonna shoot you guys another one.
Yes, please do so. And I will recap for the audience. I see you soon when you send me the link. I just keep going here and recap a little bit for the audience who are listening to the live stream but don't see the fight itself. Mitrione and Fedor just ended up in a crazy fight here. They kind of knocked each other out at the same time. And then Mitrione seemed to come back a little bit faster than Mitrione. And then, yeah, he just knocked Fedor out. And Fedor is just lying down there and stiff. And that is a crazy fight. That is for sure. I'm going to go to my messenger back here to reconnect again. And my apologies for the construction going on in the background. But it is what it is at some point, and we could either do it not at all, or we could just keep on going. And I go with option number 2. Reconnecting here. That was a crazy fight. Again, both knocked each other out, double knockout. I thought John was actually fucking with me, but no, it actually happened.
All right.
Back again, ladies and gentlemen.
You got it?
Yes. Dude, I was just saying it to the audience why I just recapped here real quick of what exactly happened. When you said double KO, double knockout, I was actually thinking you were fucking with me, but dude, how big is the chance that you see something like that?
I know, it was weird, but it seemed like Mitrione landed his punch a little bit more solid than Fedor did.
Yeah.
And that's why, of course, he got back up, and Fedor was a little bit slower to get up, and then Mitrione ate him up alive.
But you can still see that Fedor was still trying to get up and to get back up. But then you could see Mitrione was a little bit faster, and that punch was just damn. I mean, I don't want to get hit by either one of them. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of power right there because Fedor throws from the hip, Mitrione's a little bit more crisp, but he still has that knockout power.
So what do you think does that mean for the legacy of a Fedor?
Well, that doesn't. To me, it's like it doesn't erase what he did in Pride. All the stuff that he's doing right now, it doesn't erase what he did in Pride. It's just like Vanderlei. What he's doing now does not erase what he did in Pride. That's a different generation. Like he's an older generation fighter fighting in the newer generation. Yeah. So a lot of the new fans, they don't realize that because they weren't there during those times watching Fedor dominate or Vanderlei dominate. So that's understandable for the newer fans. But if they're educated fans, then they would know that his legacy's like it's in Pride. It's not in Bellator. Yeah. It's not in the UFC. It's not in none of those other promotions. So
what do you know? No, keep on going. Sorry.
Yeah, like him continue fighting, man. There's got to be many different reasons. Everybody has different reasons to continue fighting, and he must have his reasons. So if he wants to fight, let him fight. But it doesn't look good for his health to be getting knocked out like this.
Yeah, that's
at his age.
Yeah,
so for health reasons, it shouldn't be. It's not a good idea, but
Yeah, dude, that last
one. You've been around enough fighters. Like it's hard to tell a fighter you know, something that they believe, right, is to be true, and trying to convince them why. So,
yeah, this is
you know, it is what it is.
I was actually rewatching. I don't know why or how I ended up there, but I was rewatching the Joe Rogan podcast Experience episode where he was talking to Brendan Schaub. That's the whole reason why I brought it up today earlier in this podcast about the commentary. But I think you just got to be real at some point, man. And I think no matter how much of a fighter you are, if you are good friends with somebody, you will acknowledge what they are trying to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. It's but you know, but for him, he's a different situation because he does have Rogan. He does have like all these people in his life that can kind of, you know, catapult him. Of course, Schaub, he has the ability to talk and he has insight and things like that, and that's beneficial for him. But then also he has those people to kind of help him to rise above and get into these positions of like being an analyst for Bellator and, you know, having his own podcast and stuff like that. So I don't know, not every fighter can do that. So, you know, the situation is different for everybody.
Yeah. What do you think is next for Mitrione now?
They should make they should just let him fight for the title, you know, somehow, some way.
Who is
why not?
Who's holding the title in the Bellator?
Who?
Who's holding the title in Bellator for the heavyweight?
I don't think they even have a heavyweight champion in Bellator right now.
Well, maybe that's Mitrione right there, right now.
It could be. Yeah, the heavyweight title is vacant. I think the last title holder was like many years ago in heavyweight, and I think it was Cole Conrad was the champion, and he retired the champion.
Okay.
So they're trying to build their heavyweight, you know, division.
Yeah. Is George back?
So I think this is a good start.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is George back on the podcast, by the way?
No, not yet. I guess he's handling some problems or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's handling some issues right now. So
maybe
he'll hop back on. Like your prediction was right, you know.
Yeah, maybe he's still struggling with his Skype and the main event. But this sawing dude is really getting on my nerves. Normally they always have like 20. Normally they have 20 minutes. But yeah, I hear it a little bit louder in my headphones because I use a mixer for the podcast. I don't know how it is for my audience. I hope it is not too loud, and I hope it doesn't annoy you at the other end all the way in Korea too much, because you're located in Seoul, by the way. I think we haven't mentioned that once yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no big deal. You know, like I don't mind. Sometimes it's hard to hear you at certain points, but other than that, you know,
God damn
I can hear you. I understand what you're saying.
I need to train some more Muay Thai, and the next time I just go down and kick his ass.
Yeah. Or sneak up behind him and choke him.
Yeah, maybe
so he goes to sleep.
Yeah, just put him to sleep. That's probably the best idea. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
In Germany, where I'm from, even though I grew up in Sweden, but in Sweden it's kind of the same. The Sundays are holy, you know what I mean? That's your day off work, and you want to have it quiet, you want to just do whatever you want to do. But here in Thailand, it doesn't really seem to be the same. How's that in Korea? Because Korea seems to be one of those countries that constantly are working and working and working. Do you actually have a Sunday, or is Sunday just another day of the week?
Sunday is like a Sunday over here. Most of the time, construction is done like if it's in like a residential area, it's usually done during the day, during the week. But if it's like on the streets, they usually do it in like the midnight hours, you know, like really late at night, where there's not many cars on the roads and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like over here, you don't really hear that much construction, but there is construction going on during the day, during the week. But you can't control it, you know, anywhere you go. Like, to be honest with you, I wish I lived in the countryside.
Yes, I wish so too. Well,
you know, like I've been growing up in the city all my life, and live in the city here that you just get tired of people.
Yeah.
There's certain types of people, that are just weren't raised properly, or I don't know what's wrong with them. That they don't have you understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but on the other hand, for a photographer, you have to understand that a city like Bangkok is heaven, because I said it on, I don't know, on the 10 last episodes, and I repeat myself, my apologies, but I don't really give a fuck. But as a photographer, Bangkok is just heaven, because you can go out and immediately you can go in any direction, and there's photos everywhere, possibilities of taking great photos everywhere, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course. If your job, is to, like yourself, take photographs, then you need to be in a place where there's things to take photographs of, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
Exactly.
But, even right outside the city would be perfect, where it doesn't take much of a long commute.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same. This is where it's the creative process of a artist. Hashtag I love to be an artist. Sometimes you just have these clicks where you just, okay, I gotta go out now and I gotta go out in the next 10 seconds. Otherwise that process is gone somewhere else. So even if you live just outside the city, it makes it worse. You need to be in the middle of it in order to be able to connect to what you do and with what you do immediately. Because I believe in a 5-second rule. It doesn't matter if you have to go up in the morning or if you have to do something else to go to your workout or take a photo. As long as you think too much about certain things, like longer than 5 seconds, your lazy brain part takes over and realizes, okay, I might just have another beer and just chill, or I might just chill inside and watch a movie. You gotta get out there immediately when you have that thought. It's the same thing when you have an idea, you immediately gotta take it down to paper. Does it make any sense?
Yeah, of course. It does make sense, if it's right outside your door, you could just step out and just do what you need to do. Then I guess convenience is the most important thing, right?
Yeah. Convenience, indeed, I agree.
Convenience is the most important.
Yeah, what is going on Bellator right now? Because I thought that we had a co-main event here, and now there's a different fight going on. What's happening? Am I missing?
Yeah, this guy's a Gracie right here. Well, this is one of the fights. I think they threw in where they had a little time.
Okay.
Which is a newer fighter who is a Gracie. So whenever there's a Gracie, I guess they want to put it on TV. I don't know.
Yeah, Naaman Gracie versus Dave Marphone. Naaman Gracie is 5-0, and as we all know, the Gracie family is. As I said, as we all know, I just know that the Gracie family is legendary. But can you explain a little bit more why they are legendary and what has made them legendary?
Well, the Gracie is, of course, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and they're the ones that created the UFC. And the reason why they created the UFC was to show that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu was the best martial art in the world, in an actual fighting situation, a real fight situation. And Royce Gracie, who they just showed earlier, and he's in attendance. He's the guy that won all the all the tournaments and stuff back in the day, in the beginning of the in the first couple UFCs, beating all the guys in a gi, choking them out, and they're all much bigger than him. And that was kind of like the purpose of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, was that, hey, this martial art allows a smaller guy to beat a bigger guy. So, and they proved that. So that's why the Gracie name is so big in the MMA community. But the thing is, a lot of guys, some guys are not even Gracies. They just kind of put their name, they're not like the real actual lineage of the Gracies, but they kind of put their name there because they're married to a Gracie, or it's kind of weird. Because there's a lot of Gracies out there nowadays.
Yeah, that is what my next question would have been. How many Gracies are out there? Because it seems to me like Roger Gracie had a lot of kids.
Oh, he did have a lot of kids. He had so many kids. Like, he was into spreading his seed, the original Gracie. So if you look at their family pictures, he has massive amount of sons. And then those sons have sons, and their sons have sons, so of course there's a lot of. But I don't think all of them are in fighting or even in jiu-jitsu. They probably train, but they're not in competition or anything like that. So,
but it still seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still seems to be a lot of them in fighting, because you see Gracie all over the place. Also, if you are connected to other places here and other gyms, there's constantly seminars going on. And yeah, so there seems to be a lot of Gracies out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of Gracies out there.
This guy doesn't end his saw. I'm happy. I'm happy every time his saw turns down when I hear the volume going down, and then it's just a 5-second break, and he keeps on going again. Oi, he just hit him there though.
Do you think he's do you think he's cutting like the same piece of metal? Is he cutting wood or metal? Metal or wood?
I am actually thinking he is cutting marmor.
What is that?
Marmor. I don't even know if that is the correct English term. # not a native English speaker, but you have it a lot in bathrooms. It's stone, but it's very shiny.
It's like tile.
Yeah, like tile basically, but marmor is more kind of stone. I've seen that before when I went down to get my breakfast earlier today, and it has been going on for a few days. But as you guys forgot that Zoom only lasts 40 minutes, I totally forgot about that. And since here in Asia, in Bangkok, where we are recording this podcast from, the time zone difference brings us to the early mornings. Well, now it's 11 a.m. I think in Seoul right now it is 1 p.m., correct?
Yeah, right now it's 1 p.m.
Yes.
That's right.
So I totally forgot about the construction. And as I mentioned earlier in the podcast,
it's all good, man.
It's
all good.
That's why
no
I
worries.
Normally record the podcast after 6 p.m., 7 p.m. at the moment. And I can tell you guys, just to make a short cut here, and in order to get some promotions in for upcoming episodes, just as for you guys, Kumite Radio, check them out on YouTube, on SoundCloud, iTunes. Are you guys on Stitcher as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We are. Yeah, we're on Stitcher.
So make sure to check that out. I'm going to put all the information in the description below. And for Surrounded by Details podcast, our next episode will be on Tuesday, 7 p.m. without any construction in the background, with Carl Jones from Opposed Gravity, one of those guys that you always see on the YouTube channels or YouTube videos that are just hanging out in the park and doing ridiculous things while they do chin-ups, lift-ups. So we're going to talk to Carl Jones, looking forward to that. And then we're going to talk on Thursday to my friend Derek Uaswa, or however you say his last name. We had him on the podcast in episode 91, 92, 93, 94, somewhere around there. And he just opened his new hostel, Dreamcatcher. We're going to talk to him about that, and we're going to talk about virtual reality and loads of other interesting stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But today we still gonna watch this fight that is going on right now, just in order to cover some time for the main event. And talking about the main event, John, who do you got in the main event? I mean, we got Silva versus Sonnen. Who you got?
I think that Silva's just gonna rush forward and try to bang with Sonnen, and Sonnen's just gonna dip. He's just gonna dip and like use his wrestling to kind of drag out the fight and tire out Silva and probably win a decision. So I think Sonnen by decision.
How do you think? How true is it what Sonnen said against or about his fight against Tito Ortiz? Sorry, that Ortiz tapped out. Oh, did the Gracie just get submitted?
No, I think it's the end of the round.
Okay. So yeah, how true?
That would have been weird.
How do you think? How likely or how true is it that Ortiz actually tapped out against Sonnen, but nobody saw it, nobody heard it, and then the fight just kept going, and Sonnen kind of lost his focus there, as he said. How true do you think that is?
I don't think that's true. I think that's just Sonnen trying to sell newspapers and get hits.
What is your opinion about Sonnen in general?
Sonnen, he made his mark in the sport, and Bellator probably came. I don't think Sonnen was gonna fight anymore. But I think Bellator came with the offer that he couldn't pass up.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, why not? You know, people still want to watch me fight and watch me talk crazy on the microphone. So might as well go out there and make a little cash.
Do they really?
I think I think in America, there's still people that enjoy his style of bravado or whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
And fighting wise, his peak was when he was fighting in the UFC. And he fought against Silva. And that fight against Silva was like, I was rooting for Chael to win all 5 rounds. If you ever go back and watch that fight, it's like he wins every minute of almost every round. And then at the last
first one, right?
Yeah, the first one is just like, it's the most like I was watching and I was just like screaming the whole fight for Sonnen to win.
Yeah.
And then it just crushes your heart, like if you're rooting for Sonnen.
You sound so emotional now when you were speaking about that. It just crushes your heart.
Yeah, it crushes your heart because Silva was so dominant at that time, to where it's like, you enjoy his dominance, but then you get to the point where you like, hey, you want to see him lose. It's kind of like the Mayweather thing. Like you get so dominant and you respect his craft. But then you're like, hey, this guy needs to lose at least once to, kind of have a story to, his legacy, right? But even that comeback was like, after that comeback and he won, then it just like, I was like, Silva is like the greatest, like he just showed that he could lose for 20.
Still come back.
Yeah, and still come back and use jiu-jitsu, which is not his like most, his most powerful part of his game, but he still used it. And but Sonnen is known to tap, like easily.
Oh,
he's,
I didn't know.
He's he's known to tap easily. He's talked about it, I think, in his interviews before, about like how he'll get into like certain positions in a submission and he's not even like fully synced in, and he's tapped before in other fights, and it kind of happened in that fight too. Where but if Sonnen's saying that, then it's like he must have some kind of psychological demons with submissions or something. Who knows? But
I have.
But yeah, Sonnen. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have to mention that I have some demons with drinking beer and actually have to go to the toilet and taking a leak. So I'm gonna just.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna tap out easily for another 20 seconds, and I will be back as soon as I can. You can either remain silent or continue to.
No, I'll keep going. I'll talk about Vanderlei Silva.
Yeah, or maybe you can talk about George Hickman still trying to figure out his Skype or whatever he's up to at the moment.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be right back.
Where is George? George is like Carmen Sandiego. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, for the people that are listening live on Facebook, and my name is John Hyon Ko. I am located in Seoul, South Korea. I'm the guy that is one half of Kumite Radio. The other guy, of course, as George Hickman. I think that we're going to have some other guests coming up from China and a couple other Asian countries, and kind of give you guys some insight into how life is in those countries and how fighting in those countries is different from fighting in other countries, and fighting in those promotions in other countries is similar and different, and some of the pitfalls and barriers that they have faced. So stay tuned. Nothing is guaranteed, but I'm working on some of the guests. And go to SBD and buy some of the SBD gear.
Surrounded by
I know
details,
he's selling his Surrounded by Details gear. Go get that. Support the podcast, of course.
What is about the Kumite gear? How can we support the Kumite Radio? I've been wondering that.
Oh, I don't know. That hasn't come out yet, but it's still in the works. I'm still trying to figure out improving the logos and stuff like that, and kind of making different logos.
Yeah, I actually got recently asked about the whole name Kumite Radio. How did you guys come up with that? And are we gonna see Jean-Claude Van Damme at some point?
All right, so if you look at Kumite Radio, Kumite, the word, of course, is a Japanese word, and which is Asia. Japan is part of Asia, and the definition of that word is freestyle fighting. So freestyle fighting, which means kind of very similar to MMA, right, which is mixed martial arts. So I kind of wanted to come up with a name that was different, but it ties in with what we're talking about, which is mixed martial arts, right? So Kumite. Yeah. Also, George is white, and he's from America.
That's pretty racist, though.
Right? Yeah, but it's not racist, but I'm saying this all links together. George is white.
Okay.
I'm Korean. I'm from Asia, right?
Yeah.
In the movie Bloodsport,
which
Frank
I love,
Dukes,
by the way.
Yeah, they fight in the Kumite, right?
Yes.
And in the finals, it's Frank Dukes, which is Jean-Claude Van Damme, which is George Hickman, against the Korean. There's a Korean guy. He's the bad guy, Bolo Young. So that kind of ties in with that's me, that's how we kind of came up with the name.
So are you saying you're the bad guy and George is the good guy?
Yes, that's definitely true. I'm the one that will talk more shit and stuff like that, and George is the guy that's the real fighter, right? And stuff like that. So in that movie, if you watch the movie, that kind of ties in with what we are. Kumite Radio is like, there's a white guy, there's an Asian guy, right? In the finals, and we're facing each other or whatever. And then the Kumite is freestyle fighting, which is MMA. And then the radio is just to kind of, I guess, throw in that it's a podcast or whatever. So Kumite Radio.
That brings up a whole new...
I thought of, yeah.
No, keep on going, please.
Yeah, I thought of a bunch of other names, but then, I was like, I would come up with a name and I'll be like, George, what do you think about this name? And what do you think about that name? It sounds good. It sounds bad. And I don't really remember what the other names that we came up with. But Kumite Radio just sounded the best, so
now
went with it.
Yeah, now you put a whole new idea, because I've been promoting Romantic George, #Romantic George for the whole episode, for the whole 2 hours that we have been recording and more. But now, out of the sudden, you put a new idea in my head, George-Claude von Hickman.
Exactly. George is kind of like Jean,
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Exactly, right? Yeah, so, it all kind of has little connections to what, the name comes from.
Yeah, my stream just died on me. I'm going to try to reset my stream. That would suck.
The Bellator stream?
Yeah, how's your stream working?
Mine's slow, but, it's working now. Mine changed to, like, some Spanish one, but I don't need the commentary, so it's all good.
I can't believe karma is a bitch. Now it backfires. I've been making fun out of George's capability of getting the live stream going, and now my main event is just killing me. What a morning. We have everything, ladies and gentlemen. We have a third party that is not really present at the moment because of several issues. Then we have construction going on in the background, and we have a stream dying on me at the moment. I'm about to refresh.
Seriously.
That is the whole reason why I started this phone companion idea, because I wanted to see Sonnen fighting Silva. Vanderlei Silva. He looks evil.
Yeah, it's a good idea, the phone companion. To be honest with you, I was going to call you up and be like, hey, let's just do a companion for the Singapore card, because I was like, I was free. It's at, it's a good time, like it's live. But then I was like, oh, no, he's probably busy. So I didn't call you.
Yeah, actually.
And it was kind of late. It was kind of too late.
Well, it was kind of a good idea, but I actually had the same idea with a good friend of mine, Anthony Floyd Brady from Aratoka. He's a musician.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he loves MMA, and he's a really good friend of mine. And we can just talk shit all day long. So I had the same idea, man. I was just, okay, fuck, should I just watch the Singapore card that I'm absolutely not motivated for at all? Or should I just watch it while I call up my buddy and talk some shit? And that's what we did. So, I think we should do this phone companion a little bit more often. It's quite fun, actually.
Yeah, if the time matches up well, why not,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah,
It's not.
a long
It's a long
time.
time away.
Dude, to be honest, I don't know my future with one championship. It has been, last year was just crazy. It went from zero to hero. I went everywhere to every event, China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Myanmar, everywhere. And this year it has been a little bit more quiet. I did Manila, I did Bangkok. I don't know what's going to happen next. I also got a little bit more busy with the WLC, the World Lethweight Championship. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there, man. I'm looking forward to be back at cage side for one championship, but I can't tell you when that is, where that is, and yeah, when that is. So we will see. I'm just as curious as some of my followers, because I've been asked a bunch of times when my images from one championship are gonna come back. So just take this opportunity to tell you guys, I don't know. We will see.
Yeah, you know, that's what freelance life is about, right? Just
that is
unpredictability, right?
Exactly. What do you do?
Oh, they just.
What do you do? Do you just do Kumite Radio, or how's your life looking in general?
Well, are you talking about MMA wise?
I'm talking just in general. Tell the people a little bit more about you.
Usually, all right, myself, like, I teach. So, like, I teach at the times I teach is usually in the evenings, and I teach. I teach at academies.
What exactly do you teach?
Weekly. Oh, I teach like test preparation to like students and stuff like that. So I have to kind of like study myself to prepare myself to, because if you're an instructor, you have to be able to answer questions that the students have. So, like, I have to prepare myself in that aspect, and it takes some time. But I've been doing it for a while, so I kind of have a good idea of what I'm teaching. But other than that, like, that usually pays most of the bills. And then I do this Kumite Radio. I used to do a lot of journalism, but that kind of toned down, because I'm kind of trying to concentrate on the podcast more, getting guests and improving that.
Yeah.
I train jiu-jitsu at least twice a week. Other than that, and then I do the little workouts here and there, like I go to the gym and stuff like that. And then I have a daughter, so I raise
saw
her.
That, man. I didn't know that you had a kid. How do you manage all that with a kid?
Oh man, it's just you got a wife, so the wife kind of she's very understanding of what I'm trying to do, so she kind of take care of the daughter most of the time. And luckily it's a daughter, so they have a better connection, a better bond when they're together, instead of like a son. Because a son, I've seen friends with sons and their wives go nuts because the kid is like just wild and crazy. But daughters are not really like that, so it's it's better for me, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do take my daughter around a lot, and and spend time with her. And
yeah, I really
dad shit.
I really enjoyed the picture that you were posting on your Instagram, where you just went out walking with your daughter, and you have a nice picture from the back, just you guys walking in an alley. So I really enjoyed that. If the people want to see that, we can of course also follow John on Instagram, because Kumite Radio doesn't have an Instagram yet. So where do we have to look on Instagram if we want to follow you or Kumite Radio?
Well, you just follow me. I think mine is JHK MMA, maybe, or JSK underscore MMA. I'm not for sure.
I think
I get the Twitter and stuff.
And
I think it's the underscore one.
Yeah, and as we speak,
I get it mixed up.
Yeah, as we speak, let's go from the cheesy family talk, ha ha ha, German humor. I'm just kidding. To the main event of Bellator. Everything just seems to work out now here at the end, towards the main event. My outside construction has been stopping. Maybe they are taking lunch right now. I don't know. I don't care what they're doing. I'm happy that it's quiet. And we have Wanderlei Silva getting into the cage. We have a Chael Sonnen in the cage. We have John all the way over in Korea on the other side of the microphone. The only thing that we are missing is hashtag Romantic George, hashtag George van Hickman missing here for the main event. But we hope that he is doing well. And hopefully we will be able
George
to
is a busy man.
Yeah.
He is a busy man. He has so many things that he does. Like,
He's probably Googling
Like,
right now
people
how to
don't
live
know.
stream.
My live stream's fine.
Yeah, I'm just making jokes. I had a few beers here early on Sunday morning, and you know this is actually fun because I've been mentioning that on a couple of podcasts. I normally don't drink much, but lately with the podcast, it seems to be a little bit more, and I can totally see why people start to drink alcohol. It's actually quite fun.
Yeah, I think if you're drinking, it's better if it's like a podcast where everybody's together.
Yeah, no, I
You know,
I
in
would
one
never
room.
drink alone. Yeah. I'm just so
You know,
miserable.
if
I
everybody's one
drink
room.
for myself. No.
It's are you into hip hop?
Bro,
Do you listen to hip hop?
you don't know who you talk to. You have no idea who
Well,
you're
I know
talking
you're into breaking, but you know, like I know you're deep into the breaking scene, but the hip hop I'm talking about, like there's a podcast. Have you heard of the podcast called Drunk Champs?
Yes, I know that podcast. That's quite wild.
Yeah,
If you compare this,
that's a wild podcast.
if you compare this podcast to them, we actually had quite an easygoing podcast. But I don't remember who introduced me to that one. But I watched a few episodes, and then it just became too much. You know, when I listen to a podcast, I still want to, in between the lines, to get some sort of information that can bring me a little bit forward in what I want to know about, you know. Same with this podcast here. We talk a lot of stuff. We talk one championship. We talk Lethway. We talk Bellator 180. But in between, we have our moments. And I don't know. I somehow missed that with this podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that podcast. You got to be very picky and choosy of which episodes you listen to, because if you can't listen to everyone. You got to listen to the people the guests that you want to know about. If you listen to a certain guest, like me, I'm old school. So, like, how old are you?
I'm 31. I'm the same as Ed George.
Okay, see, I'm 38.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh, you're being so Asian right now because I thought you were like 27, 28.
No, I'm 38, right? So I'm like, I grew up in like the old school, not even old school. Like I grew up on the 90s, like gangster rap, and like I lived on the West Coast and stuff like that during that time, you know, when like all that shit was happening. Even before that, like my parents, like when I was into like Ice-T and all that stuff. So sometimes those kind of guests come on that podcast. So it's kind of cool to listen to those old school guys come on and tell stories about the music, you know, behind the scenes. But getting back to the fight, they have fucking like the soldiers in the cage, like doing something.
I was
see that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that while you were talking about this, even though I enjoy the hip hop talk. But yeah, dude, I personally just to finish that hip hop theme direction there. I think personally hip hop is dead because I consider hip hop to be a different thing from what it is today. Today it just all sounds the same, it all looks the same, and it just has changed so much, man. And it's quite sad.
Dave Navarro's playing the guitar right now.
Yeah, they're actually having to go back to the main event in Bellator. They are having a chair Sonnen, listening to the American anthem. Very proud here, the American Gangster, and they are having a live.
Oh my god!
A live concert.
But yeah, man, I think I should come on your podcast in the future, and we should just talk straight hip hop, like gangster rap. Like, I'll just tell you all the shit that I know about it. Like, from when I was, like, a young kid listening to DJ Red Alert.
Dude,
like, back in the 80s.
We have many things coming up regarding in that direction. Because I've been struggling a little bit with my podcast and trying to figure out where to go. As I said before, you guys know way more about MMA. And I enjoy talking MMA. But I can't provide the information that I think a lot of people would like to have in order to get more into the scene here in Asia. So I've been looking a little bit in different directions. So we're going to have some more B-Boys on. I mean, we had B-Boy Nagin and B-Boy Focus on, two legends in the, I don't want to say sport, but two legends in the sport. And hopefully we're going to be able to have a few more bigger names on, like Alien Ness. We talk Zulu Kings here, ladies and gentlemen, or Scheme Richards, and DJ Renegade. Several people that have formed the hip-hop scene to what it is today. And thanks to breaking, to my background in breaking, I got to know all these people, and I would like to bring those people on in order to bring back a little bit more knowledge about music and where hip-hop actually comes from, because I think it kind of drifted off way too far where it is today, and the people don't really know anything about hip-hop anymore unless you have people like you who grew up with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. I think the what you're doing is like having all these different aspects, you know, having like, especially like your last podcast where you had the guy that was running the new club, but and he's like donating.
Nick. Mm.
Yeah, but he's donating some of the proceeds to like the orphanage and like having like hip hop and break dancing and like artists, and I think that is a great, and even having like this like phone companion stuff. It's all good, man. It's just like you're giving something. It's like a spice rack. You know, your SBD is like a spice rack. Like you could open the spice rack and you could just have a little sprinkle of this and a little sprinkle of that, and it's all there. And if you want to mix it together, you can mix it together, right? And that's what you know. You can kind of think of your podcast as that, a large spice rack. Like me, I'm just like a big old tub of protein powder. It's just MMA. You know what I mean?
That was nicely said, man. That was really nicely said.
So, you know, everybody has their lane. You know what I mean? Sometimes some people have like one main lane, and then other people have like a 5-lane freeway.
But I've always been missing that with, it doesn't matter if it's breaking, if it's MMA, if it's BMX, if it's skateboarding, skydiving, or whatever it is. For me, I'm very grateful that I had the possibilities to experience all these different cultures, because that's what they are. They are not sports. Like MMA, it's a culture. It's not a sport. You know what I mean? It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And as a photographer, you get to observe all these different lifestyles, but you realize that all of them have the same goal. They just have different paths, you know? So what I try to do with the podcast is just to go into all these different paths and show all the other cultures that, you don't have to separate yourself so much. Because in b-boying, man, I see b-boys, they wear shirts saying b-boy or die, you know, but at the same time they brace themselves of, hey, we are an open culture, but then you wear shirts like this. It doesn't go together, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit confusing for me how you want to be an open-minded culture that brings different cultures together, but then you wear a shirt, b-boy or die. It doesn't make sense to me. However, the construction is back. The fight is on. We got Silva versus Sonnen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's what we all have been waiting for. Sonnen is taking down Silva, and Silva is in trouble directly. Boom.
Yes, because you know you ain't gonna go for no submissions here.
Yeah, but whatever happens,
that would be crazy.
It's pretty hard to beat the double knockdown of Fedor versus Mitrione. That is probably,
seriously,
even though it was the shortest fight, it's probably one. A lot of good stuff happened on this card today already.
A lot of unique stuff like injuries. An injury made the belt exchange hands.
Yes,
you know, I'm entertained. I'm entertained by all the different aspects that it has brought out in this card.
And I think most of our audience is entertained by this podcast because we keep on going in so many different directions, from Skype to George Hickman not making the live stream and not making the Skype, to constructions in the background. We had everything today. What a good time I had.
Of course. Of course. Like, that's what the phone companion should be about. You know, it should be all directions. And, hey, did you see that picture that I put up about the lowrider bikes? You know about those?
Dude, I saw that. You should definitely come over to Bangkok, and I introduce you to a couple of people I know here who are into lowrider.
Oh, they got that in Bangkok?
Oh, dude, we got the... Again, connects me with Breaking 99 Flavor, one of the few Southeast Asian crews that are really famous overseas and are known. They have a huge scene here in Bangkok, and they have loads of awesome lowrider bikes. And of course, I saw your picture, man. As soon as I see lowrider bikes, I'm there.
Yeah, that's like mid '90s right there when I was a young buck. Like lowrider bikes. Like I was into the lowrider scene too for a little while. Like lowrider cars, like all my friends had like rims, systems, paint jobs, hydraulics. One of my buddies down the street was like 6'4" purple Impala with 6 switches, 3-wheeling down the street, making people crash their cars because they were like riding down the street on 3 wheels. one wheel in the air, and then people are like driving by looking at the Impala, and they crash into other cars and shit. Crazy shit like that.
Holy shit, that was
stories, man.
Yeah, sorry, I was just...
that was a big punch right there.
Yeah, missed though, slightly. You should come to Hyon, because they have, I think once a year, they have a meeting with old-timers and lowriders here. Hyon is a city not too far outside from Bangkok. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And in general, Thailand in general, man, they have a huge hipster scene. So you can see a lot of lowrider bikes, old-school cars. I really enjoy that here in Thailand. It's all over the place. Whatever market you go to, you can enjoy many, many things. You know those old hippie buses from
Volkswagen?
Yeah, Volkswagen, exactly. Dude, they are so rare in Germany and very, very expensive. But here in Thailand, you see them all over the place. They use them at as bars. Oh shit!
He got fucking dropped. Oh,
damn!
Shit.
So, it reminds me a lot of the Ortiz fight, though.
Fuck.
Was that a body kick or?
It didn't even seem like a hit. No, it was a fucking like a punch, but it was a weird punch. Like, oh, he's trying to set up the armbar right here.
Yeah. Damn. But
wow, that was crazy.
Sonnen looked a little bit more better, a little bit more stable than in the Ortiz fights against Silva here already.
What I heard was like before this fight, leading up to this fight, there's a double leg.
Oh, guillotine.
Leading up to this fight, he got the guillotine. No, he's in the side control. He doesn't have the legs. But what I heard was like before this fight, they were extensively drug testing both these guys.
Yeah, Sonnen
and they passed every drug test.
Yeah, Sonnen actually got asked that question quite a little bit indirect on the press conference, but it was kind of direct, if you know what I mean. He basically put it direct. He said, "Are you asking me if we are being drug tested?" And yeah, it's to be honest, man. In a fight like this, where it's not really about the athleticism, where it's more about the names, do we really care? For me personally,
no. They should just let them fight, man. Do whatever they want to do.
Exactly. Nobody cares. It's not competitive. It's not a competitive fight for any world title or whatever. It's just entertainment. So let them do whatever they want to do. I don't give a shit. When it comes to titles and stuff like this, they should test as much as possible.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good fight so far. You know, back and forth.
Yeah, I really
now
enjoy
Sonnen's on top. Yeah. I think if they go back to their feet, they're standing. No, it's end of the round.
End of the round, yeah.
I think they were standing end of the round.
I would give that to Sonnen though. Ortiz,
of course, yeah.
Ortiz is there, man.
Yeah, but he's retired.
Yeah, but that is what I like about Sonnen, man. That was so fun how he handled that loss against Ortiz. It was just, I lost to the worst guy in the business. That makes me that was just man, self humor is just too fun. Here we go again.
The double leg, yes, this beginning of the round.
That was
so it seems like Vanderlei has been working on guillotines in his training camp because he knew that Sonnen is going to go for the takedown. So it looks like he's trying to catch him on the guillotine because he's probably been working on it a lot. Just like how do you remember the Verdum versus Cain Velasquez fight?
That was shortly before I got into the whole.
Oh, thing. Was it? Well, it's very similar to that, where Verdum knew that Cain was going to go for double legs, and he was probably working on catching him on the guillotine. And he did catch him on the guillotine.
Yeah,
he caught him right there.
Yeah, Sonnen got him. Sonnen got caught with an overhand. I think it's called.
It's a pretty good fight, man.
I enjoy it actually, man.
They're getting wild. Look at them.
Yeah, the crowd is going. I think we are on the same time level now too, so there's no delay. Again, everything. Oh, flying knee!
Fuck.
Flying knee by Sonnen, man. That was. Shit!
He caught him with the left hand.
And takedown.
There you go again. Now you got the legs.
Guillotine.
Now you got the guillotine. You see, the thing is, this is not good for.
Dude.
He's all right. He's all right.
But that costs a lot of strength for Silva. Silva has a cut on the right eye too, I believe. It looks like it. You see that?
Do you ever listen to Chael Sonnen's podcast?
Once in a while I do that, yeah, just for entertainment.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. A lot of people listen to it because he just talks shit.
Yeah, dude, Silva is breathing heavily right now. And there is a cut on.
Why is he holding on?
There is a cut on the right side of the eye of Silva, above the right eye.
Definitely, yeah.
But it doesn't really do any damage. Silva is breathing heavily. Sonnen seems comfortable, doesn't really do anything. Probably gonna stand that shit up in a short while, I believe.
No, because the thing is, you can't stand it up because he has the choke in. So even you can't. He's in an advantageous position. So like if they stood him up, that'd be fucked up right here.
I don't want to see Sonnen lose though, man. I want to see more of that trash talk.
Oh fuck! Oh, his elbow's going up, so that's not good for Sonnen. The thing is, he's gotta get those legs. He's gotta separate those legs. You gotta get over it, like into side control or something like that. But it doesn't seem like the choke is in very tight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think the referee should see that and just stand it up. There we go.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Boom, photographer newbie knowledge. Bam.
Yes.
And there we go.
Now
again.
it's like,
and take down immediately. I was just about to say, I don't really think that the stand-up is so good for Sonnen. But he immediately goes back to the takedown.
This is how he's going to win the fight. Then it's raining like a motherfucker over here right now.
Monsoon style. Man, I would.
No, because we're having a drought in Korea.
So why is it raining?
Well, we've been having a drought for so long where like the rivers or the certain lakes and stuff, they're starting to dry up to where fish are dying. But now we're actually having rain for hard rain right now. So that's a good thing. So we're not gonna die.
Yeah, we actually had a warning. Yesterday here in Thailand for several provinces in the north and in basically all over Thailand for floods because we have a lot of rain coming. And as we speak, dear John, I'm opening the very last beer that I have. So what a great timing!
Oh, definitely. This is only 3 rounds, anyways, right?
It's not a main event. Sorry, it's not a title bout, so it's only 3 rounds. Yes. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, you guys got flood warnings. We're in a drought. It's weird.
Dude, the
world is weird.
I was just about to say the world is going crazy.
I'm
just looking.
And the crazy thing is the temperature is pretty much the same in Thailand and in Korea. The temperature's the same, but the thing is, you guys have a little bit more of a dry heat, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit more of a dry heat, and it's really humid here, so you sweat because I was there not too long ago, so I could tell the difference.
Yeah, but
a little bit better.
It depends on.
Over here, some more sweat.
It depends on. We have periods, man, where it's just so humid, and you can tell there must be a lightning coming, and then you wait and wait and wait, and nothing is happening, and then you have the rainy season starting, and it just pours down. So it depends on. Right now, it's very humid outside, but during high season, it's very dry. I totally agree.
Yeah, but I like it over there. For the hot weather is because over there you could just walk around with your shirt off. Here it's people look at you like, who is this crazy, nutty, mental patient walking around with his shirt off? In Thailand you could actually do that.
Mental patient. I like that you said that. Just give me a second. I need to reach for my opener.
Oh, you got the bottles, not the cans? Oh, man. Sonnen looks gassed.
Boom, I think they both look gassed, to be honest.
Yeah, but Sonnen looks like he could get knocked out.
You think so?
I think it's just going to be the same. I think it's just going to be the same for the next round.
So, but if you have the fight stopping right here, right now, who would you give it to?
Oh, Sonnen. He's been in control.
Yeah. So what do you think is Sonnen going to do in the last round? He's just going to look for that takedown once again. And do the same shit. Yeah. Take home the victory by decision. Call out Ortiz because now he can't take Fedor anymore because he was kind of building up to Fedor. Yeah. Oh, dude, he got rocked there though.
I wish Vitor would come over and fight for Bellator.
What do you think
There's
about...
so many fights for him.
Yeah, what do you think about this whole, senior/legend league in general? That it seems there has been a lot of talks about that lately.
They should just do it in Bellator. Like, Bellator just should put on the fights where the older guys go over and just fight, you know? Just let them do it. Why not?
Mm-hmm. You think that Bellator...
Because you can't, you know...
You think that Bellator is kind of stuck with that image for freak fights and legend leagues or whatever? It seems like Bellator is kind of the place for that.
Yeah, you got to embrace it, you know? If it's that's what you're doing, embrace it. Oh, he got caught with the right hand hard.
Yeah, the kick too, and takedown.
Same thing.
There we go.
Boom. Same thing.
Yeah, but this
takedown, guillotine attempt.
This time Silva doesn't have the guillotine in.
I think this time Chael's gonna go for some submissions because he has a good position. He's in side control now.
4:25, ladies and gentlemen. Third round, last round. John.
He's going. Oh, he almost had the mount. Butterfly.
John is with me from Kumite Radio right now. Had Chael Sonnen as on the winning side after round 2. We're into the last round here and into the last minutes of this epic phone companion with John and / a little bit of George Hickman, aka Romantic George, aka George Van Hickman. So many nicknames we came up with today. And
GVD. George Van Dam.
George Van Dam. Very interesting, man. But Sonnen is kind of elbows. Dude, did you see that knee from the Swedish dude against I forget the name. I suck at names. At One Championship, the latest One Championship.
Swedish dude.
The Swedish dude who kneed out Santos.
Oh yeah, on the ground. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, dude, that was
Sebastian. Sebastian.
Crazy.
I don't know how to say his last name. Sebastian something.
Yeah.
Castadam or something like that.
Yeah,
but that dude's a beast. I've been watching him for a while.
Well, he lost
against fighting some other promotion.
Yeah, he lost against Aung La in Yangon. So it would be quite interesting to see what happens if let's just play around a little bit. Aung La wins in Yangon against Vitaly Bigdash, which I don't think is gonna happen because I had the pleasure to work with Bigdash. I've seen him live in action, and he's just a beast. I think he's going to be the champ in One Championship for a long time. I have a hard time to believe that as much as I like Aung La, I just don't think that Aung La has this little bit of extra boost or energy what it takes to take Bigdash. So, yeah, man. It would be interesting to see that rematch, but it would also be interesting to see the Swedish dude fighting against Vitaly Bigdash for the next title.
But they're in a different weight class.
Oh yeah, they have new weight rules now. That's true.
They're in a different weight class, so like he would end up most likely fighting. If he did fight for a champion, he'd probably fight Van Askren, which probably will not happen.
That would probably not
because I think that I think they're gonna try to set up, if Big Dash wins, they're gonna try to set up Big Dash champion versus champion. I think that would be awesome to watch.
I would be
champion versus champion.
I would be so stoked, and I would definitely have to get in touch with One Championship because I would like to shoot that. I just need to shoot.
Oh shit!
If that happens, there we go. Armbar attempt by Chael Sonnen. Kimura, yes. You see, this is why I like.
He got him a full mount now. Full mount. Now he should just fuck him up right here. Elbows. I would like to see Chael finish Vanderlei.
I would like to see Chael finish anybody at the moment, to be honest. Oh, just go. Silva seems to be a little bit caught there. Not a little bit, quite bad actually. Why does he leave that position though? Oh
no, because this was actually a better position. If you have the arm.
Okay.
See how he has his head? Oh, but now the thing is like he doesn't have the arm anymore. So what he's probably trying to do is he's probably trying to get the head and arm choke right here. You see him on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Then he'll just shift his legs to the other side and then choke him. But now he's going back to the mount.
Yeah, Chael Sonnen is gonna win this by decision.
See,
man.
That's why we need George. That's why we need George because he's be like the one breaking down what's going on and shit. But this guy.
Yeah, he can't.
He's busy taking care of business.
Yeah, or his laptop. He's probably arm buying his laptop at the moment because, as he explained, for the people who just tuned in, George Hickman is having some problems with his laptop, Skype, and all kinds of technology related problems. That fight is so much over. The last few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Fight is over.
They just pushed him.
Oh,
Vanderlei's pissed off.
Silva is
upset. He was on top. Yeah. Because he felt like he just laid on top of him or whatever.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're not good enough to get out of that. If you're not good enough to get out of that position, then you have to deal with it as it is. And I think Sonnen is taking that fight.
Well, Sonnen's smart. He had to win this fight. He can't lose to Vanderlei.
Yeah,
so he has to win because he lost so terribly against Tito.
Yes, you think that Tito will come back to give Sonnen the rematch?
Nah, I think that's stupid to even come back and fight somebody that you already beat and give them a chance to beat you. But you never know what can happen. You never know. You see, he's in the background. He might come up to the cage and be like, "Let's fight for the title." Who knows?
Yeah, man.
But the title is held by what's his name, Ryan Bader now. So I don't think Chael has no chance against Ryan Bader.
No way. We don't even need to talk about this. So I think Sonnen did a great job in actually putting it out there the right way. He's making this legend beating tour. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So what do you think could be next for Sonnen now? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to win that fight.
Fedor.
You really think Fedor?
Why not?
Well,
why is Randy Couture going up there?
What the fuck is happening?
I know. Oh, he's just congratulating him. I was about to say, is Randy going to come out of retirement and fight? But these guys are old teammates. They're like old teammates. They're like, they came up in the game together. So,
yeah,
they're all connected. Randy Couture, Dan Henderson, Chael Sonnen. Because, recently I had Tariq Safadine on the podcast, and he comes from that camp. Okay. So he knows all those, he explained kind of the history of all that. And plus myself, I'm from the Northwest. So I've heard stories about their camp and all the guys that come out from that camp. So they're pretty close. I don't think they would fight each other, especially Randy Couture's old as shit.
Well, you never know. You never know. Whatever makes money. Silva is so pissed right now, man. You can see it. He's just complaining.
Yeah, he's pissed.
And but he also seems a little bit gassed, though. He seems more gassed to me than Sonnen does, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. But I think Silva's going to go to Ryzen and fight.
There you go. Sonnen won.
The bad guy.
The American gangster, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
For me, actually, that makes it happy. It makes me happy because I will be able to see more of that ridiculous trash talk of Chael Sonnen. And yeah, we can not do much more than wait and see what will be next for Chael Sonnen.
Yeah, the Chael is just Chael, man. He's
oh shit! Silva pushed him on his way out. It is so entertaining. I love it. The whole drama with MMA, man. I love it.
I think there's a rematch coming up.
You really think so?
Oh, Tito's, look at him. Look at Tito. He's doing his best John Cena.
This is what's happening with him. It's straight WWE. It's just so funny, man. Sure. I just enjoy it, and it's a moneymaker. They know what to do. They know how to act, and yeah. Wait, I need to.
I think Tito's the worst trash talker in the history of trash talking because he's terrible.
They're calling him back. You see, these small things is what I like to pay attention to. Is just to call him back from not going out that entry, walk out that exit instead, because you might bump into somebody else. It's just stuff I really, really enjoy.
But they're both going to the same area, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Backstage, it does matter because you have to pass a certain audience when you make your way back.
Oh, yeah.
So there's lots of stuff.
I think
the replay.
Backstage brawl.
Yeah. Backstage
let's say a staged backstage brawl that somebody all of us, somebody so happened to have their iPhone out to take a video of.
Yeah, somebody just happens
and it's gonna go viral.
Yeah,
exactly.
Somebody,
and then it's gonna set it up for the major rematch or whatever. But who knows, man? It's Bellator, man. They're doing big things. You know, I think the Bellator has a lot of good fighters, and you got to keep watching because they're gonna have Benson Henderson's gonna come back. He's gonna fight one of the Pitbull brothers.
I can't wait for Rory McDonald.
It's a good fight. Oh yeah, Roy McDonald's up there. He's gonna probably end up fighting Lima.
Yeah.
At the end of the year. You know, there's a lot of good fights coming up, and I don't know, man. It was good to do the phone companion. We had a lot of technical difficulties and some.
But who cares? Everybody starts at
obstacles.
0. Yeah, embrace the process.
Obstacles, but we had to call in like 3 times.
But to slowly bring that to an end, because we have been recording for 2 hours 55 minutes. John, what is your summit of the whole Bellator card? I mean, how did you enjoy this card? What is your fight of the night of this card? And how compatible is Bellator MMA with UFC or One Championship? Give me your summarized thoughts on this whole card and the situation of Bellator MMA at the moment.
The best performance of this main card is probably Douglas Lima. He came out, proved that he could take on a top 10 UFC fighter and dominate them in their world, which was striking, because Lorenz Larkin he's mainly a striker and a very good striker, very high level striker, and dropped him twice.
Yeah,
and never really was in any danger in that fight, and one that retained the belt easily. That's the best performance of the night. The best fight of the night has to be Matt Mitrione, even though it was very short.
Even though it was short, I agree, man. I just had this on my list.
It's the best. They both knocked each other down with the punch, and then even that moment. Yeah. That's gonna be like part of Matt Mitrione's highlight reel for the rest of his career. Just double knockdown, and then he gets up and pounds out Fedor, who is a legend of the sport, which is probably the best fight of the night. The most unfortunate fight is, of course, Michael Chandler.
Yeah, I totally
agree. His ankle, that was unfortunate, and
yeah, I have to
say the most disappointing fight.
That I have to agree with you. That is the most disappointing fight, Chandler versus Primus, and I still have to say, this is what fighting does to you when you watch a card, because I immediately I didn't know much about Chandler, obviously his fight against Alvarez, and I didn't know anything about Primus, but I was going into the fight quite neutral. But this is what fighting does to you when you watch these kind of fights. I immediately picked side with Chandler now, and I hate Primus for acting like he did, because he didn't get this title. He got this title. And there's a huge difference for me between got and get. And this is the reason why I'm just emotional too involved in this fight out of the sudden. Chandler deserves a rematch, or maybe he takes this opportunity and just leaves Bellator MMA and goes to UFC.
Yeah, it could be. You never know what's going to happen, but he probably has a very tight contract,
Yeah, I have no idea
with Bellator, and Bellator is probably paying him way more than the UFC probably would pay him. So I'm pretty sure he's going to stay with Bellator. He probably has a good relationship with Scott Coker. Scott Coker, half Korean. Shout out to
I didn't know that. He doesn't look like it either.
Yeah, he's half Korean. So is BJ Penn, who is fighting tomorrow.
Yeah,
on the UFC card.
So not looking forward to that.
Yeah, BJ Penn, he's one of the best lightweights of all time, but he should not be fighting because he's just been getting smashed. But like we said earlier, we can never tell them to stop. His legacy is in the past.
So true.
And now he's
true. But as friends, as real friends or real coaches, you have a certain responsibility, and I think that is completely missing at BJ Penn's side. Somebody to just take him aside and really tell him the truth. They just seem to go with it, and they just seem to be willing to put BJ Penn out there no matter what his condition is like. However, UFC is coming up tomorrow. and another early morning. And what is the most exciting fight for you on that card? I guess the main event.
The main event is, of course, a very interesting fight. You know, that main event between Michael Chiesa and Kevin Lee, these guys are both wrestlers.
Yeah.
Kevin Lee is probably a little bit better wrestler, right? But on the ground, Chiesa is better with his submissions. His all-around submission game is better because he gets to the back, his opponent's back so easily, and he's very tall and long for the weight class. So it's a very interesting clash of styles, and whoever wins is gonna be fighting a top 5 guy next. So I'm picking Chiesa to win this fight.
We will see. I don't have any clue who's going to win that. It would be fun. I'm always for the trash talker because I enjoy a good trash talk, but that's obviously not always the right direction to go. Ladies and gentlemen, phone companion Bellator 180, Bellator New York, phone companion featuring Kumite Radio, featuring John, featuring a little bit of George. John, what can I say? Where can we find you and where can we find Kumite Radio on social media?
Kumite Radio is Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Kumite Radio. Twitter, Kumite _radio on Twitter. No Instagram, but you can download our podcast on SoundCloud